Rahul Bat, yes, Rahul Bat to all the people out there listening.
Oh yeah, Rahul Bat family, Rahul Bat. I am the Nuwapian assassin, Kabina Ray, and I'm with
So,
Sabek. Yeah, introduce yourself, fam. Who you be?
yeah, this Sobek 2 from Straightforward TV,
Yep.
doing everything.
And I'm Asaru non-ether, wu-nuwaupu. Y'all know what it is. Here to represent for the master teacher.
All right. Now I noticed we in three different regions of the country. I like that because at least from us three, we kicking it from GA, FL, and NC. So it's a good mix of flavor. We all ain't in the same neighborhood, looking at the same dogs and cats. So this is the round table. We gonna flow tonight. It's all good. I don't really have no topic. It's just things I want to talk about. And one of them is, well, I wanted to get this off my chest for a long time. I did it before, but now I get the chance to do it live. And what I mean by that is that I want to take you back to this hip hop era where I grew up. And this group was called the Fat Boys. And what they did was they made a movie called Disorderlies, right? And everybody called them sellouts, because they said the crossover. And back then, EPMD did a song about the crossover after that movie, right? About the crossover. And, back then everybody said, nah, I'll never cross over. I'll never sell out, right? Whoa, 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 whoa. Now, I think an apology by the hip-hop community is owed for the bashing that they took, right? Because they opened the door and paved the way for where rap music, at least on that money side, is where it is today. As far as the culture, I can't really speak on it because I don't live it. But at the same time, I think recognition should be given there to the Fat Boys. You know what I mean? Insofar as opening that door for that right there.
Definitely.
Well, that leads me to another point about the Black Power Awards. Now, it's going down in Atlanta, right? Yes?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Anybody know the date for that? I don't.
I don't know either.
Well, whenever it goes down, I think my vote, right, if it counts, because I'm a journalist, right? Do journalists get a vote on this one, man? Like the NFL? I don't. You feel me? Like the NFL Hall of Fame, some guys who write about the sport get to vote you in. I'm sort of a journalist. You know what I mean? But the Black Power Awards, I mean, what does that really mean? Does it mean... Now, I would vote for Sonetta. Y'all know we talked about it earlier, right? Yeah, I would vote for Sonetta. But why? Right? My reason, right, is because of the way he's bringing a lot of African issues to the forefront, despite whether you agree or disagree. He's bringing that type of journalism out there, which is now why I'm more into journalism. Other African networks on YouTube, in response to what he got to say, regardless, it opened the door to another level of journalism, and now African people are starting to wake up and take advantage of it to get their message out. Yeah, I mean, you got a choice which channel you want to tune into. Big up YouTube. So that would be where my power war would go. What about you, Asar?
Well,
What's the bet?
I told you I got about... It's between two people for me.
Only one, though. I only want to hear one, man. None of that. Don't be ESPN on me. You know how they dance around. Nah, yo.
Yeah.
Bring your hard hat and your steel toes for this one.
Pick
one.
All right, definitely. I'm going to pick one. But before I even give him, the person, the recognition, I just want to give a quick shout out and a quick pass.
Commercial.
Quick shout out and a quick pastime awards for one, free natural Tahuti. And if we had these awards a few years ago, I think natural Tahuti, Asaru Tears, a few of these brothers would have had it. But as far as now for this year, it was in between Polite and Sarnetta, but I'm going to roll with Sarnetta because Sarnetta is the biggest, black news media on the internet right now. So I give it all the way up to Sarnetta because like how you said when I spoke about Polite, like how you said Sarnetta deserves it more, and it's kind of true because Polite goes on Sarnetta's platform more. Polite is always on Sarnetta's platform. So at the end of the day, Sarnetta deserves it because he has so many different groups of people on there, from the Moors to us Nuwaupians to Hebrew Israelites, RBG, so many different people. So I definitely think Sarnetta deserves it.
The back?
I believe, Sarnetta definitely gets the top one, though, because he brings all the different cultures and things together. Yeah, he try not to be biased, but he's the only one that's out there really bringing them together regardless. When we sleepy out there in the streets, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good thing about it. He always uploading videos that deal with different things, even doing pastors and stuff now.
Yeah, yep.
So he did all of the things,
All right.
Another get it.
Nah, well, go ahead, Sebek. What was you saying?
Did it so far, I like the thing Shaka did, even though he tried to go in the Nuwaupians, you know what I mean? He rocked the Nuwaupian chain, you see what I'm saying? So, but he went off on the Moors, though. He got him this year. That was like one of the biggest things this year, though. So Shaka did something pretty strong with the Moors this time around.
Yeah, I think
debated.
Sarnetta get it. I think Sarnetta get it hands down. Hold on. I'm getting a voice call from Canasta, man. I'm gonna take that. Hold on.
Okay, yeah, it's just me and you right now, Sebek. So continue what you were saying about Sarnetta and Shaka Atmos.
Okay, Shaka. Yeah, Shaka, he's his thing though, but right now he's so hot. He think he could take on everybody, so he trying to go at the Nuwaupians. But I trying to get past, you know what I mean? Because he don't want to go that route. Because he'll be stuck in mud if he do that.
Exactly.
So I think he did pretty good. So the awards is basically a couple of times,
Mm-hmm.
So everybody got to get theirs first. All of the master teachers that is older have to get all theirs first. So definitely. I say within the next 6 to 7 years, you'll start seeing a lot of scholars like Dr. Reggie and, people like that getting awards.
Yeah.
Because I believe Dr. Reggie should get one too, because he's been doing stuff for a long time, Yeah.
I like how you said definitely like a lot of the older, the elders should definitely get those things first because, we got people like Phil Valentine, Bobby Hemmett, Taj Tariq Bey. These brothers have been doing it for years, and not to mention, also, we can't leave out the master teacher, Dr. Malachi York. And one thing I'd like to also say is only one master teacher, and that's Dr. Malachi York. And that's specifically because he's mastered so many different subjects, and he's taught people so many different subjects. And now that, we see a lot of these teachers coming out, they want to roll with that name master teacher. And I ain't got a problem with that, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you know, Dr. York been doing this for years. He had the radio show going back in the 90s, you know, so but yeah, definitely a lot of our elders should definitely get a lot of these awards from the start, especially before they pass, because you know we just lost Dr. Zabi, we lost Francis Cress Wilson, Dr. Ben, you know, so we need to start giving out these awards to them so this way we could let them know exactly how much we appreciate them. And even if we don't agree with everything that they say, because I don't agree with everything that Farrakhan might say, but I still respect Farrakhan, you know, to the fullest. And I believe Farrakhan deserves an award as well.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, Farrakhan. It's a lot of people that, or it's a lot of these black news stations. I don't know if you know about the Advice show.
Nah.
You ever watch the Advice show?
Uh-uh.
I'm gonna show you some stuff on it in a second and let you see how good this dude journalized. So we can do our own award show within this stuff too. See, we can have it where people get recognition. We can at least give them recognition on this show, and like dang, they get to see some videos of somebody get recognized within the black community.
Yeah, you know who else definitely needs to get an award? I feel because in the early 2000s, I say people like A.A. Rashid, Red Pill, Blue Pill, you know, the brother from Black Magic Channel, and of course, I can't leave out Professor Griff. Professor Griff, I'm not even gonna lie. If there's somebody out there that's more popular than Sa Neter, it's Professor Griff. That's in my opinion, though, because Professor Griff is everywhere and anywhere. You know, I can come across almost anybody in the street. 80% of them will probably know about Sa Neter, but 99% is going to know about Professor Griff. So I think that they should give Professor Griff an award as well. You know, and big up and much respect to Professor Griff, man. He helped me out with a few things back in the days. I helped him out with a few things too, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So much respect to him, you know, the elder.
Yeah, just pardon this.
The arrest report says, quote, there was a pungent smell of urine. There were cockroaches crawling.
Yeah. So how do you feel about Natural Tahuti?
All right, I'm going to show you some shit.
Okay.
In a second.
How do you feel about Natural
I know what you're saying, man. That's some crazy stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of people out there. You say Professor Griff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Professor Griff, he been part of a lot of things. Yeah, he views the videos all the time on some things.
Because Professor Griff, I mean, he's on any platform, regardless if it's black media or if it's the Mukasu, you know, the Caucasians media. He's on everybody's media, Professor Griff. So,
hold on.
Peace, God. Peace to the guys. Peace.
Peace, God.
How y'all doing?
I'm just cutting this down. Just give me a second. This thing will work. I don't get it.
People treat each other in society.
I don't understand that. Yeah, it has some kind of. Yeah, I had to fix that.
No, you good. All right, so let's do a roll call right quick. Kanasu, you in the house?
Yeah, I'm here.
Asar?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Sebek?
Yeah.
All right, and I am here.
Yeah.
We are here. So, what we just learned, I don't know if we want to talk about this right now, but, you know, this tech stuff, is we must become more proficient and quicker at it. But it's coming around. But no, Sebek, so far, you did have the best method. Insofar as what you did was you put the Google link in the comment section of a YouTube page. And I think that was the fastest so far. That was faster than
the calling and the invites.
No, calling went good. Well, these invites, man, they make it. Damn, I think you need an app for that or something.
Yeah, that worked pretty good.
Google gonna have to stop being cheap, man. But you know, we found the way. You feel me?
Yeah.
So let's get Kanasu up to speed
All right.
All right, we lounging. It's obvious.
All right.
It's after 11. So
Yeah.
this is a late night. I like this. This is a good night to build. You know what I mean? Yeah, we away from the ladies for a while.
Yeah,
So,
I'm sorry to cut you off though, brother, but I just left an event not too terribly long ago, maybe about 3 hours ago.
okay.
It was a community cookout with Our Evolution. They had Nation of Gods and Earth.
Where you at now? Tell people where you at.
I'm in Richmond, Virginia.
Yeah.
Yo,
All right. Continue.
And
welcome to the
peace. Thank you so much. And that
yes.
and we was out there. It started at 12 and it didn't end till sometime close to 8 o'clock.
Wow.
It was for the kids. Like I said, it was mostly hosted by Our Evolution. I was out there supporting everything. It was free food. They had an egg race for the kids. They had kickball, face painting, or what else? They had free ice cream for the kids. It was all built for the kids. It was they had raffles, giveaways, and candy and stuff like that, just so they could have fun while the parents be building with everybody. Of course, people saw, or when I got off work, I went out there, and when they seen me in my wu-nuwaupu crown,
Dashor.
Yep, the shore, of course.
Dashor, for those who don't know, is our Nuwaupian, like brother said, crown. But continue, fam.
Yeah, and it was bliss, man. It was bliss.
So that was Hatep.
Mm-hmm. That was hot tap, most definitely, and it was beautiful, you know, because it was out there, you know, they seen it, and not too many people. They're like, hey, I haven't seen, you know, Nuwaupians out here. I've never actually got to talk to one. So I had, you know, of course, we exchanged information with 2 or 3, well, actually a few different brothers and sisters out there, and I was building out there with them to give them a little bit about the doctrine and everything. A lot of people are beginning to wake up, though, 'cause I ain't gonna lie, you know, a lot of people were like, yeah, we know that Dr. York is innocent. They weren't even Nuwaupians.
Wow, that's good to hear, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Sebek.
Yeah.
We on Straightforward TV tonight, right?
Yeah.
Well, you better let the people know, man. Let the people know.
Yeah, we got a lot. Yeah, we on Straightforward TV doing a bid. We got all the whole United States about to be in this chat room soon.
Right. How many people we
like
got in the chat?
That's a lot. There's some people in here. Y'all hear that music?
Can I reach the chat on my phone? You talking about? Oh, that's messing, man. I gotta take messing plug, man. So we add on, brother. So y'all can excuse me. Let me take messing.
All right. Yeah. It was beautiful though, family. I wish I had more Nuwaupian brothers and sisters out there. It was beautiful.
Yeah. I'm glad to know at least that they know that Dr. Malachi Z. York, Panabab Yanun, is innocent.
Oh yeah. No.
Y'all can see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see it now. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, that's what we got to be doing, man. We got to start showing people stuff like this.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
you know, it's a good thing too, because like you're right, we do need to show more stuff like this, because in the average black community, I'm talking about Christians and stuff like that, in the average black community, when they see us come out like this, they start thinking devilish stuff.
Right.
You know, but see, I'm from Brooklyn. I'm in North Carolina now, but I'm from Brooklyn, Flatbush, Brooklyn, and we usually have the Labor Day parade. And those same people out there, they'll look at us and say, oh, we got on devil stuff. But when it comes to Labor Day, they doing Juve. They got on the devil horns and all this other stuff.
Or even Halloween.
Exactly. Even Halloween. So they need to understand that this ain't nothing satanic. This is our culture. They want to, study a date like and all these other people which are giving good information, but at the end of the day, it's coming from their perspective, a sixth ether perspective, to a point that just because, okay, yeah, you want to talk about the Illuminati and the Unk, and they stole our science and corrupted it and used it in their own way.
Right.
You know, adapted it to their own nature. So when we're talking about the Unk is nothing satanic. That has to deal with life. You know, so I definitely agree that we need to start showing more of our culture, wearing our, our garments and different things. So this way people can know. And when people come up to us and ask us, what is that? We just give them the overstanding.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
It's funny that you said that, because it's like, they say it's devilish, but so all you gotta do is just ask him, well, how does the devil described in the Bible?
Mm-hmm.
And he don't look like that. He don't look like no head of no dog or jackal. He don't look like the head of a bird, anything like that. And last time I checked, that sounded like angels to me, because when you talk about Ezekiel, his chariot, he saw the beings came out. He had to have a lion, had a bird, have a man, had a bull.
Yep. Totally. It's like, I mean, when it comes down to our culture, I mean, we are the originators. You know, every other culture came from us. You know, every other culture learned how to read and write from us, learn science from us. So therefore, like, people need to go back. And this is what Pana Badian has done. He's made us walk to the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
This way we can see exactly where we're going. You know, revolution, straight back to evolution. You know, and that's what people need to start doing nowadays, is really going back and reading and researching. And I mean, yeah, you could watch your white videos, but you need to step up on this black stuff. You know, you need to get into some Moorish doctrines, some wu-nuwaupu doctrines, you know, RBG, whatever you want to get in. But we need to start getting a black perspective, because most of the black people that I come around, they're watching Alex Jones and all these different white people.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, and the furthest that they'll go is a Dick Gregory. Much respect to Dick Gregory, but we need to start watching our own people. When you say melanin to the average black person, they don't even know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they don't even know how powerful that is, melanin. But oh yeah, melanin. Oh, you talking about my skin color? It's deeper than that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so we need to start, not us, but the listeners, y'all need to start understanding everything that you're about. Because it's not about us that's on the line right now. It's about y'all. We know who and what we are. But y'all need to know who and what y'all are. Like the master teacher said, when you look into a mirror, you start to realize that the real you is on the inside looking out. You see? So it's a deep science to this, that when we say that we're gods on a title, we really mean that. And due to the Christians and the churches and stuff, people will be like, oh, you say you God. You know, how you created the sun, the moon, and the stars? Well, look, I'm a part of it. Didn't Jesus say that we are all sons and daughters of the Most High God? And I use that word God because we already know where that comes from. That's a German word. But at the end of the day, when we dealing with Germans, God, good, gut, good, whichever we want to call it, but another person's God, especially since they're sixth ether, what's good to them is totally different than us. Because that famous saying, what they said, what's good to me might be bad to you. Well, that's the same thing. See, white people, they deal with all of that, having sex with animals and different things like that.
It's legal in Canada.
Yeah, you know, that's good to them, but it ain't good to us. You know, so yeah, continue building, brothers.
Oh yeah, you know, it's funny you said that, because I just had a conversation with somebody about this, I think yesterday. It was talking about when you see yourself in the mirror, you know, you realize that you're the person inside looking out. This is why they portray vampires and Dracula can't see themselves in the mirror, because they don't have that soul. And they tell you that, you know, vampires don't have a soul, but they show you that, saying that they can't look themselves in the mirror because they don't have that inner being looking out.
Facts.
Yeah, Asmuni. Asar.
Yeah.
Yeah, send the link to this right here to Messin for me because I lost him on the other line and he not answering. But
All
he
right.
do want to build. And yeah, Messin Sadek Ray, you know how to get up with him. I sent you a text message with his email.
Yeah, so
Or check
doing
your
the thing.
email.
Yep.
But y'all gotta catch me up, man. I missed what I was building on. But I'm good, Asar. Yeah, if you need his
Definitely
contact,
work together good, bro. We
Yeah.
definitely work together good, bro. Like they don't say we argue at all.
Yeah.
You know, it feel like we'll get a lot of stuff accomplished. We say we're gonna build a house, and like we'll get a house built. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, we just gotta keep this positive energy going.
you hear me,
Yeah, cause see,
Asar?
all here.
Yeah,
Yeah, we hear
I
you.
sent them the link.
Okay. I'm sorry, Sebek.
Yeah, I don't see nobody doing no parades. Who paid money to do a parade and shut down the whole city?
Nobody. The only other people I see that's trying to throw in some kind of culture is the Hebrew Israelites, and that's just out of all honesty.
Yeah.
Because if you
They don't like it.
and they if you don't see no I have no disrespect to Muslims or anything, but it's dangerous for them to practice, in their full garbs today because of the whole terrorism situation.
Mm-hmm.
And that was proven on a YouTube video where a guy experimented with that.
Yep.
Hey, Kanasu, let me ask you something.
All right.
At the Black Pack, well, I know we spoke on it earlier before you came on the line, and we really missing Messin right now because he do want to be in. Keep pushing that invite, Asaru, please.
Okay.
And yeah, just shove it at him till he get it because he was on Google Hangouts, so he got that on his Android, so he good.
Is y'all copy the link to this page? I guess you know they copy the link under the video on the page, right?
Yeah, that's what I did.
And taste it to your Facebook so everybody can come to this.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna send it to him on Facebook. That's what I'm gonna do. I
You
sent
go down here and put
it to him on the Google already.
Cool.
yeah,
All right.
just shit.
Kanasu.
Yo.
Okay. Before you came on, we was rapping about a few things, but the one thing, since we have a unanimous vote on something, I'm not gonna tell you what it is yet.
Okay.
But we want your input. Who would you give a Black Power Awards to this year?
Oh man.
Yeah.
Who are my options?
Anybody who you want.
Oh man.
I mean, that you see things from your perspective. You might want to say, I give a Black Power Awards to the president. He is African. You might want to give a Black Power Awards to somebody in Cleveland or I don't care.
It'd be somebody in the Wapian Nation, hands down.
I mean, yeah. But I mean, okay, wait. Well, I don't know because I don't think the candidates. Do we have many candidates for the Black Power Award this year? Sebek or Asaru? We just discussed who we like. We never.
We got who he caught.
Yeah, we got who he caught. He doing this thing.
Yeah.
I think he would get nominated. I think more people know the one who we voted on than who he. I got love for him. Just because you a Nuwaupuan, I'm not just gonna give you the vote like that there because it's not a reality vote. I think he just getting started and he's building and he got potential. True that indeed. Mm-hmm. We all getting started, but even the man, I think for the Power Award is unanimous hands down. Now you don't know who we talking about. See, I'm trying to give it a vision because I wanted to see who. Well, I'll tell you who I voted for. I voted for Sarnetta to get the Black Power Award this year.
I can see somebody over Sarnetta to be getting it, honestly.
Let's hear it.
Okay, because Sarnetta. Okay.
Yeah. Come on.
Honestly though, I
Yeah.
could say my man from he ain't real known like that, but I could say my man from our evolution, Samuel Vinny, because he been
Hold up, rewind. Wait a minute. Hold on. Who said break him down, man? I never heard of him.
yeah, like I said he ain't real known like that, but he's been traveling from here to Philly. He brought RBG Fridays down here. Like, I mean,
What's RBG Fridays?
RBG Fridays where everybody gets your RBG flag and they go out in the street. They're not marching, they're not protesting, but they're setting an awareness, and they just have people honk their horns, and they do it every Friday just to get that energy. Like now, you have people driving by there on a regular, just honking their horn, and we don't even have to be out there. It's almost like muscle memory. Like it's becoming such a big thing now. I mean, you got people coming from all over, and with this event that he just had, he had people coming from North Carolina, Upper Virginia, and the fact is, the last RBG Friday, last Friday, they had 5 cops at the because it's front of the community market. You know, off of Mechanicsville Turnpike. It's the community market right by the Church's Chicken.
I'm familiar with you.
Yeah. Right in front of the community market, there was 5 cops in the parking lot just sitting there the entire time. So it's causing some attention. So I definitely say he'd be a nomination. He would get my vote because the fact is he's doing all of this dang near by himself. Now, on top of that, he hosts a community meeting at his place it started as every Tuesday, but then it's every other Tuesday now. But so he doing the community meeting, he organizing RBG Fridays here and sometimes in Philly. He gotta go to the Philly this Friday. He organizing kids events, and he organizing other events like the group meditations down at Fulton Hill. I had to give it to him.
Okay.
What's his name again?
Samuel Vinny.
Yeah, it's a lot of people that's doing some things out there.
Oh yeah, he it's him and like a few, like 2-3 other people that he be rolling with, but a lot of his ideas, he takes the lead on most of them. He'll be out there on RBG Fridays with, a bullhorn and just going in. I mean, it'd be Mechanicsville right off that corner, at the community market, be loud as I don't know what from 5 to 8 every Friday.
Get some footage.
Oh yeah, it's footage all over YouTube. I have to start tagging you guys on it. Like they had helicopters flying through. They had news traveling through. Like they be peeking through every once in a while, but there'd be helicopters coming through. They just be watching. Police just be posted up, just waiting for something. Just waiting for somebody just to jaywalk, just so they have a reason to bust somebody.
Now, this is in Richmond where you at, correct?
Correct.
Now, the same type. Now, y'all the capital of the South up there.
Mm-hmm.
So this is why it's good. Now, for the live streaming audience, we are on Straightforward TV tonight. This is not Cabina Ray TV or the Nuwaupu Assassin. No, we on Straightforward TV with Brother Sebek, straight out of the FL, out of Florida. But now I just want to just change the flow for a little bit. All right, we was talking earlier about little hip hop, right? I don't know. Are you a hip hop head?
A little bit.
Oh, so now check this. So you know a little bit about the past culture, old school?
Yeah, hit or miss. Yeah, I know a little bit about it. I'm not gonna lie to you, say I know everything, but I know a few things here and there.
Well, let's test your in-depthness. Now check this. Back in the day, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was a group. There was a series of songs coming out about the crossover. In particular, EPMD. That was a bumping song, but the message who it was sent to, it was kind of crazy. I think, this is my personal opinion, but I feel that the hip hop community owes this rap group an apology for the way they were mistreated, spoken about, and disrespected during that era of time. Because now what their actions did 30, 40 years ago has paved the way to where everybody gets paid. Now, this rap group, right, performed in a movie called Disorderlies.
Yes, I remember that movie.
For 9 points. What was the group?
What was the group? The Fat Boys.
My
The Disorderlies. That's a movie though,
9.
fam.
Yes, you are +9. So, but now here's what the community dissed them about. They dissed them hard too, man. Even in the music, they said they crossed over. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
The flack they got from that.
Yep.
But because they did the movie with the Beach Boys.
Yeah.
Right. And they got paid well back then. See, the crossover mean you sold out the culture for the money. But now look who came behind them. Queen Latifah. I'm talking about as early as back at that time. I remember Queen Latifah crossing over because she had a movie called Set It Off.
Yep. Yeah, right? and was a dyke in it.
Word. Right. There you go. And then she got some movie with Steve Martin. Maybe that a couple movies before that where she just like, yo, and she was on her way. Who else back then? DMC did an album, Back from Hell. When they did something with Queens. Remember them?
Yep.
The group Queen, is it? Or Queens? Something.
Yeah, Queen.
Ones that did Bohemian Rap Odyssey.
Okay. They crossed over, got that, and they did a movie, Tougher Than Leather.
Yep.
That was a good movie. DMC rocked that joint. So back then you could see the transition of the rap game and more people. Then you had Eve. Now I'm not saying that. See, most people back then when you crossed over, they say you sold out. But then other people started getting hip to this money. Busta Rhymes, I saw him. Now I'm not dissing any of these African artists. That's not what I'm screaming. I'm just saying why the hip hop community. I'm expressing my views of why the hip hop community should get this group of apology, because they paved the way. You know what I mean? And now look at a lot of these artists with it's money out there in that lifestyle or that profession. You know what I mean?
The ultimate ones that did crazy. You remember when Will Smith came out? He was the biggest person out. But he did a movie that really nobody knew about. His first movie, nobody really knew about it until later on, was that gay movie.
Yeah, he was gay.
Yeah.
Yes, so I ain't really know nothing about that movie until later on. But this nigga here, we like, God dang, man. We looked up to that man seriously during that time. And seriously during that time, he did a gay movie.
I can't hear you, family. You echoing a little bit. If you got your YouTube,
you hear me now?
If you got your YouTube page open, you have to put your YouTube page on pause while you on the Hangout.
Or at least mute it.
No, stop it. You don't need it. Because you
say you hear me?
You from the Hangout end. The Hangout is, you got to stay on Hangout though.
You know what I'm saying? You hear me now?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, I was just saying, yeah, that's crazy. Like, he was hot right there when he came out with the TV show and the music. But then right after that, right in that time, he did that movie.
I'm going to tell you.
Who we talking about?
Will Smith.
Will Smith.
Well, I could have guessed, but I wasn't sure.
There's another one y'all missed.
Who that?
He a big one. I mean, y'all remember Common Sense, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Common Sense?
Yeah, he was doing music. He was doing music, conscious music, and all of a sudden he done bandwagon and started getting movies. Matter of fact, he did a movie where he was with Queen Latifah. With, I mean, the perm version where she wasn't no longer the African queen.
Yeah, cause yeah. So now we see where this is going now. Now notice how the spell of Leviathan was. I mean, well, that's when it really started to kick in. It was already in, but it started to sink its teeth more in hip hop, because back then hip hop was more African, 9 ether, right? If we're gonna put some science on it, all right, 9 ether was back, and so they changed the frequency, the tones, the culture to now where it's definitely either 6 ether or ghost. Because we got 3, 6, 9. Yeah, I mean, it ain't really ghost because there's more African artists in it. But the 6 ether spirit or the ghost spirit is definitely in there.
Yeah, the mentality.
Oh, no question.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it's definitely all right. Like here's what we was building on too, right? All right, how we could change. Like, okay, Messin is an artist. That's why I wish keep hitting him, Asaru. You hear me?
Yeah.
Because Messin is an artist. Out of all of us, he's the artist. Well, no, I'm sorry, Asaru is an artist, but Messin just dropped a video today. Dropped a new video today. The Black Magic joint and Building with the Gods.
That's the brother. That's the brother out of Detroit, ain't it?
Right.
Okay, yeah, I know him.
I'm trying to get him in on the link, man, and it's all good. But you know, we was talking about music, right? And so now, how our artists could change it would be like, okay, the type of hip hop music I like is the music that gets you up and going to work. Now we was building on how, especially Asaru on this one, about because he's more into music, how it's not necessarily the lyrics that you like about an artist, it's their flow and the beat. Okay, the beat is what gets you first, and then their flow. So their flow automatically, you know, the lyrics will sink in. Like right now, I'm saying that they looking, it's the same old repetitive garbage. We know this, drugs, sex, money, whatever. But now they're looking for a new voice to say it. So you really look, they selling you flows, voices. That they not selling you originality. They talking about the same old thing.
You're right.
So hustler music is where we take, okay, out of 64 bars, but 32 bars, y'all music cats know, how many positive words or even verses would you get? 1 or 2, at the max 4. But if you do get 4, it'll be 1 every 16.
Yeah.
So
and it'll be half positive.
Too medical science, but you know what I mean. But my point is that with this new age wu-nuwaupu music or right knowledge music coming in, this is why Immortal Technique is booming, because he'll have one verse negative, the other verse positive, or 1 half negative, 1 half positive. You mix in positive, or at least 3 or 4 more positive words to eliminate some of the dumb stuff, and with the bumping beat. You know what I mean? But that's how they keep us under the spell through the counts of the. Yeah, I mean, music is really, really deep, and if used right, could help us. But if not, you know, that this music has really got us. I think that's what's got us killing each other out here. That's what's got us bugging.
Yeah, stuff like Dancing with the Devil by Immortal Technique is rough.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a rough one. Oh my goodness.
Yo, all right, y'all want to try something right fast? I got this video I want to show. This will be our next topic to talk about. It may surprise you. So, is everything running fast? Is everything was running fast? Y'all was looking at it on the TV or something? Is y'all able to look at it somewhere else?
Yeah,
I wasn't looking at it online. I'm just on the phone. Yeah.
Is like the video running fast and everything?
Yeah, there's a guy with his finger pointed, right?
Okay, yeah, I'm for the play something now.
So Beck, are you sharing your screen?
Yeah, I'm sharing my screen. I want you to be able to look at it.
I am looking at it.
So you able to see it and hear it now, right? You heard him talking?
Yeah.
I don't know, but all I see is picture, but I can't really hear what you're saying.
You hear that?
But I see the people.
Yeah, I can hear him.
I'm saying, did you just hear that? What I just played?
Yeah.
All right, I'm for the.
This is Q Phone, owner of Q Phone Salon of Atlanta. What's up, party people? It's your boy Jamal Dome. What's up, guys?
Y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't really hear it, but they could translate for me.
Okay. They gonna let you know. All right, now check this out.
What's going on, everyone? This is Q Shimon, owner of Q Shimon Salon of Atlanta. What's up, party people? It's your boy Jamal Dome, the People's Champ. What's up, guys? It's Keon Foley. And today, I will be getting my hairline back for the first time. All right, let's do this. Do this. Here we go. I don't really know too much about spray-on hair and fake hair for dudes and stuff. I just know as much as I make fun of women for doing it, I couldn't do it because I'd be hypocritical. But I don't want to be just sweating and have like tar coming down my face. I got a few friends who I'm not going to name who, from what I understand, get it. I see them in the barbershop. It's like a whole CIA mission quiet. They in a corner with a blanket around doing it. So I always laugh at them. I don't know too much about it. I know Steve Harvey. I see Stephen A. Smith. I know their hairline is kind of all I know about it.
All right, so what exactly are you doing, man?
Okay, basically how you see your thinning in your corners.
Yeah.
We're just gonna even this out to get your hairline back straight.
How are you gonna eat? Like, I don't want that LeBron like chinchilla hair that he be having in there.
No, you're not gonna have any chinchilla hair. Exactly. When you're doing hairlines or hair fiber or using hairsprays, that's more so for someone that's not particularly overactive, because this is something that is up of this stuff. So you're not getting, like, you can lay down and rub off, you can scratch your head, it can go out of place, you can get wet.
Y'all see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like,
break it down, Asaru. What's the business, Asaru? I mean, or you got more to clip or what?
I got more. Let me play.
So it's not someone that's gonna be really active.
I should take a bunch of pictures before I hit the gym. Okay.
Don't worry, man. It never rains in Southern California.
But it's hot. I'm sweating. I don't want fibers in my head.
Like I said, I'm gonna put a hose spray on you, just so it holds in place, so that way you go out in the wind, a little water hit it, it's not gonna move.
Okay. So
that's
I
why.
gotta be active, not too active. Like if I'm getting it in, I gotta like go slow. I can't like choke her out.
No, yeah, you don't want to, like I said, you pull you down. Yeah, and then if you pull you down in our bosom, you want to leave your line on.
Yeah,
that's the only thing.
That's not sexy.
Yeah, I finished that.
You don't have to take the eyebrow.
Yeah, then this whole situation, it'll be bad.
So what is that for?
That's just a little spray. Like I said,
hose spray.
Hose spray.
Oh, hose spray. Just making sure.
No, it ain't no hose.
I mean, I'm probably gonna get hosed with this hairline. How many dudes are doing it on the low?
Now, because hair has evolved for guys, it's really not something that, like, hey, can you come on? You see, like, it's not one of those things. It's like, bro, I want to leave out of here.
It's not taboo no more.
Yeah, it's not taboo anymore. I want to see this line. I want it real crisp, clean.
Has anybody ever came like an Armenian dude or something, like one chest hair? You have the dude fake chest hair? That ever happened?
Nah.
LeBron said he's never getting rid of it. Like, you know, we all know it's fake. He said he'll never go bald. His hair looks like, you know how you go to a park sometime and too many people done ran in one spot? That's what his hair look like. Like it's green in some spots and yellow in the other. Like, he got park head. Well, LeBron has park head.
Just
cut it off.
I'm not laughing at that. Just know, LeBron, if you're out there, I'm here for you. All done.
All right.
What do you think?
I mean, I think you took a couple years off. I'll say that much. I look. If I put on a bow tie, it'd be my prime picture.
Mm-hmm.
That would be my exact prime picture.
Your wife ain't gonna recognize.
She came back. She looked up. Hey, this is great. I understand. I kind of understand why people do it, and it really changes. Like I don't have any pictures with an angle anymore. My hairline's already straight. Like I usually had to do it with an angle, so you see, like it's still here. But now I'm just like, well, this gonna be a little more work.
Yeah.
I believe in you.
Whoa.
For the challenge.
Yeah. See, here's what's easy.
I believe in you.
I got the purpose in top of it.
Yeah, we have to use my bottle up there.
Yeah, you heard that? You're gonna have to use it. But extra, is it? Okay. When I get this hairline, I hope I can get young Rose again. I hope I can get teenage Rose. I'm gonna be in the next Clueless, the remake of Clueless. All right, man.
I'm gonna get you there.
It's going down.
Yeah, hopefully it don't be a man.
Oh man, that's making me nervous. Man. Come on, kid.
Got you. You seen what I did on last?
Right, man.
Are you giving him like a new hair?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure it out.
Right.
You gotta make one.
Yeah, you gotta make one. Yeah.
He's seasoning your scalp.
Yeah.
He Hannibal Lecter. We gotta tear this scalp. How people really put pepper on everything? This is crazy. What are the fibers made out of?
The actual one of the things that I use is hair glue, and there's just supposed to be real hair.
I have to wear a do-rag, kind of keep the maintenance up. Because my woman, she wrapped hair. When she get her hair done, she wraps it before she go to bed. So it's kind of similar to that.
Kinda.
Okay.
Y'all can wrap each other, man. True love. And then you can start turning her down for a second. You know, I just put my wrap on.
Yeah. I got a friend, he's an actor, I can say his name. So I remember we went to a party. I guess the girl he haven't seen in a while with a hug, and she kind of smudged it, and he lost it. But he had all the stuff in the car. So he excused himself, went to the car, and did all that. You know what he did. And he hooked it all up. Looking brand new.
Like Trey Morgan.
People always used to do that.
Like, if you was bald, you didn't. And then with hair, you traced it. What's crazy is this too, that people look like different. I've seen Jamal 1,000 times. I never looked like Tracy Morgan until now.
Oh, I'm a little nervous. Here we go. Wow. Wow. I'm new James Bond. Ooh, this is like my high school graduation photo. This is incredible, man.
Yo, homie look like a fake Tracy Morgan.
Yeah.
Almost 20 years since I had a hairline like this. I feel like I'm 25 again. Oh, I'm going to the club tonight. This is incredible.
Hey, Sebek. How long is this clip, man?
Got like about a minute left.
Oh, okay.
Great job, man.
Bro, a little long on this one.
It looks great, man. I'm going to really rock this. And I can see myself doing this every once in a while.
I don't know if I'm going to keep it. I'm going to watch it for a day or two, for sure. And after that, we'll see how it goes out here.
Get in my truck, and I'm going to call my exes. Just let her know what they missing. It's the old Jamal Doman. I'm back, man.
Yo, I'm glad you played that video. For real, because that's kind of like what I was talking about earlier when I said, like, what is good hair? It was basically like all around, because the first thing that comes to my head is, what kind of bati boy thing is that? Because they really defeminized the black man. They got the black man thinking like the black woman now, like how they brainwashed the black woman. Black woman always wanted hair weaves. Now they got these black men saying, yeah, give me hair weave like Fetty Wap. Oh yeah, spray me a hairline. You know, like the type of mentality that the black man is in right now. Whew,
yeah,
man.
Well, does anybody know how that chemical spray can affect if they spraying it on the line? Does it absorb in the bloodstream or something like that? Anybody know anything about that? Any barbers now?
Well, I would assume they would, because the fact is that the scalp is porous and so is the skull.
Mm-hmm.
You see that picture, how different it look? It look real, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
Now you wonder how Steve Harvey has hair like that. That's how Steve Harvey was in his hair all them years ago. For the longest, bro, or wearing fake hair just like women. But women kept it quiet. They respected the black man. They didn't say nothing.
Yep.
But now it's getting in the open, man.
Man.
Hey,
with a black
Sebek,
man.
let me ask you something. Sebek, yeah, let me ask you something. What do you think about black women ruling the sun cycle?
Ruling the next, 6,000 years?
We already in it.
We already in it in 2000, right?
Yeah, so it's 2006. It's two ways to say the date, right? You got 2016 HA, which is hereafter, or 6016. It's another abbreviation for another calendar. So you have 6016. I'm gonna find that date for you, or that abbreviation. I think it's AD. Adam's AC. I think it's Adam's calendar. Right. So 6016, right? That's the last cycle, and then you have 2016, right? And now you have more years. You have different ways to calculate the year for us. Now those are just 3 or 2. Right, but now you got another one. All right, you have and since Panabab Yanun's birth, you have a time, another 0 starting point reference for us that starts with our calendar. It could be set the year 7, whatever his birthday is. He's 71. That's what year it is for us in the sun cycle. You could go there. So with us, time loops within time. And none to say that one date is more accurately correct than others, though there are others. What are you basing our time on? You feel what I'm saying? But not to go too much there with that. But getting back to the hair thing, right? The reason why I asked that is because a lot of our women now are starting to go natural. I saw an article over there in Nigeria where they getting rid of perms and weaves. And do you know how much more money would be in Black African households if a lot of women stop spending that money on that weave and that fake cosmetic products and go natural? They'll save a lot more money, and then those Korean stores will close because they won't have a prey to subsist off of, because we would have broken the spell of the image of the beast insofar as hair. But I noticed what sells to Black people is ignorance and the spell. If you on the side of pushing ignorance, you get the dollars. That's what it seemed like to me.
Yep.
Hold on. Let's go. Give me 1 minute.
Still no word from
Messing? Not yet.
Oh, okay. Kanasu, where you at?
Yeah, I'm here, man. I'm here.
Talk to me, man. Chime in on something, man. Let's keep kicking it with you, man, because you kind of like chilling back. Now, let me ask you, do you understand our wu-nuwaupu calendar? I just want to go doctrine for a second, fellas. I know we kicking it on all types of subjects, but all right. Or we could say that for Wednesday.
Okay. That's up to you.
Huh?
That's up to you.
All right. Well, Asaru, what you want to build on?
I mean, we could build on the calendar if you want, because like I said, it's a freestyle.
Now,
you know, it's a freestyle right now. You know, or we can continue to talk about the things that's plaguing our people right now, like with that, that hairline issue and men getting extensions and stuff.
Right,
yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm tired of talking about women hair. Right now, I'm realizing this, that if we keep flooding if the internet right now is getting flooded with pictures of women with natural hair, so eventually they'll catch on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because they on Facebook too much, and I see afros everywhere.
Yeah.
So,
but the one thing I just hope it's not a trend.
No, you want it to be a trend, so it catches on.
Well, I mean that too, but the thing is, sometimes like with trends go in and trends go out. So it's like some of these girls, they might do it just for a trend, and then like 2 years or a year from now, it might go back to something else. But as long as this trend can go on and they can stay faithful to it, I'm all with it.
Oh no, I only date women with natural hair.
I hear that.
Well, yeah, I'm friends with a lot of women who have extensions. I've learned to be friends. I mean, I was just tripping. I missed out on plenty new trim. But see, I'm not attracted to women with fake hair at all. I'll be friends with them, but I ain't pushing up on them. It's just I got a genetic resistance towards that. But women with natural hair, yeah, they get all my attention. I'm at them like clockwork. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm for real. Even if it's just to be friends and natural, because now down here in GA where we at, you hear me, I see more naturals. I see a little bit of everything, but I'm seeing more and more now. I'm seeing, I don't like to say dreads or twists or whatever the style they want to call it. At least it's their own hair. It's
right.
Something. A lot of people are being creative with the tapes, with the new tapers, with some braids, and we got fantastic talent. And so, we don't need them extensions, man. Them African girls, I don't like even look at African girls, but the girls from different countries in Africa have come over here to America and set up shop, and they making a killing off these braids, yo. And a lot of our women are too lazy to do their own hair.
Yep.
That's the key word, lazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, and they'll look more beautiful and more attractive in their own hair. And
I agree.
I want to say this too. A lot of our sisters got to get in shape, including me, myself as a brother. No excuse. But what I'm saying is that, a lot of our women look like linebackers, man. I mean this in all sisters.
Yeah.
God damn, will you play for the Falcons or something? what I'm saying? I'm like, yo. So I'm like, but that needs to be pushed. See, back, little things that maintain a household, more men in the workforce, and more, you just women's lib, and you against women, and no, it's not what I'm screaming. Us as black men have just got to start when you a hustler, you find ways to get things done. Whereas if you was dependent on somebody on a job, which is not bad, but eventually, you would want to get off and do your own thing, or if you could, it depends on your field. If you're a doctor, a policeman, a fireman, that's different. Those are career moves that are more community instilled. But if you at McDonald's, talking about work my way up from fries and all this jazz, I mean, some people do. And I think any African person who holds a position of a job and can excel at it, at a career move in management, then that's fine. Then that job is good. But, with a lot of jobs, a lot of black people can't afford to work for minimum wage because it just ain't enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
40 hours a week, that minimum wage, and you got, now talk about living beyond your means. And if you got children, so you have to, ladies, hook up with a hustler. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by a hustler is not somebody who necessarily selling dope. A hustler to me is any man that can find a way to get it done.
Yep.
That's my definition of a hustler. All right? And you combine that with a sister who got a job, now y'all got something.
Definitely. Yeah.
Well, that's why we have to continue like we're doing now, promoting black business and what's going on in your areas. Like Canassa, y'all had the festival down there, right?
Mm-hmm. And we will
tell us a little bit more about that, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear a little bit more. I mean, did you tabligh or teach any people today?
Oh yes, always, man. Anytime the spotlight is on, I'm telling you, I'm down with it. So that's that nuwaupian blood, and when somebody asks you a question, it's just like that light just shining on you. It's like, oh, there we go. Now I'm comfortable.
Now let me ask you this. In your teaching methodology, right?
Yeah.
Do you get a lot of people that want to debate you, or challenge you, or do you get a lot of people that are saying, hey, yo, where can I get some books?
Oh, nobody wants to debate me. No, I'm not saying that in a very ignorant or arrogant statement. But no, very rarely do I get debates. Most of the time, if I do get a debate, it'd be on Facebook.
Oh yeah, well,
it'd be like off of course, the keyboard
online
gangsters.
Us online all pro keyboardists.
Yeah, but when in person, I had somebody like, man, that's real deep, that's heavy. Yo, where'd you get that from? Where can I get a book about something like that? I'll get that.
Right.
I'll have somebody flabbergasted before they really challenge me like that and debate me in person.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So, where was we at? Let's rap about the calendar for a minute. And the reason why I changed I ain't gonna go into all that, but most people when they ask you, it's two questions as a Nuwaupian that I've been asked that really shook me. The first question was, do you know your own language? Because I was busy on the block one day up in Memphis, right? You know what I mean? I'm on the block, and I was talking a lot of trash that day. I remember, man. Sometimes as a teacher, when you go out every day, some days, every day is different, whether it's cold, rain, sleet. But, some days you meet them type of people, and without mental self-control of remaining a good teacher and reminding yourself what image you represent, you can go off. And I was notary for going off. So I was talking trash a lot this day, and a person asked me, you know what? Said, you always beating up on people on what they know with their language. And she said, I heard you talking. Do you know your language? And I was like, oh. You know what I'm saying? When you get smacked upside, I was like, That was like, knockout. 1, 2, 3. So from that point on, I started getting better in the language. And, I'm still lazy on it. But what the problem is this. It's all going to tie into the calendar in a second. All right.
I got. No, go ahead.
I was saying the importance of the language is, right, we're able to express our hazab. Hazab. Hazab is culture. And when you don't know your own calendar, we still lack hazab, culture. So from that question, the next question I got was, well, what's your calendar? What time do y'all go by? Since you're always saying this wrong, that's wrong. So now we have our own calendar, right? And with the sun cycle affirmation that we given, what makes people want to doubt wu-nuwaupu is that they can't confirm it with their European mind state. They have to have a Caucasian reference to back it up. And we're saying, no. We're in a sun cycle now. So the only way you can really, truly confirm what anybody says that is beyond your research capabilities. In other words, by the way, we don't have any African research search engines. I'm sure we're going to be developing one. The word is out. All right. So in other words, after you go through Google, Bing, Yahoo, Safari, whatever, and you don't find the answer, right? I'm talking about when you're researching for something that Partner Babianoon said or Dr. York said, the only place you can confirm it is in your own soul. And that's what wu-nuwaupu, breaking the spell, can do for African people. It can get you to trust in your own soul again. Is everybody with that?
Yes, and I can see right now that there's going to be some people that will be able to counter that by saying, well, I feel it's not right.
Holla back. Catch up with your kind genetically.
Well, one thing,
it's simple. I'm not saying that to diss them. I'm saying, right, you have every right to disagree with that. Now let's link it. Let's link it to language and our time, our hazab culture. 1, you cannot really step to a Nuwaupian outside of our Nuwaupic language. You're out of culture. You must know the language before you can be able to rule, hold a position of office, right? In every parar or every city where there is a parar, now we're talking about law and language. Everybody there who has a position of, like, okay, let's say you up in Richmond, Canas, or me down here in GA, or you, Asaru, in North Carolina, right? Sebek, you in Florida. I'm just saying, not saying that's just what it is. But if y'all were all parars, y'all supposed to have 24 elders on your council. Everybody's supposed to know the language. A lodge is supposed to be instilled there. Blase, 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 blase. Now, everybody don't know these different levels of schools. That's granted. All right. And I'm not assuming that I'm talking that everybody who's listening in the chat room or listening is a Nuwaupian. However, what separates us from other people who naysay is that when you're endowed in our language and in our culture, and you know your own calendar date, right? They cannot judge you from other than the perspective of who we are. We are telling the world who we are rather than accepting what they want to say we are. It's a big, big difference. And we're in the sun cycle, which means that everything we do is on the first. We don't need European confirmation for affirmation. Now, Partner Babianoon is teaching affirmation for our souls. Yet, if I need education on video mathematics, right? I didn't call Partner Babianoon. I was with Sebek. That's what it means by gods communicating each other in this. In other words, we are able to now make manifest those because we are smart enough, right, to take advantage of the capability and technologies around us. Also, we are playing with a short deck, meaning our barytheric glands are not activated. So we're only using 7 to 10% of our brain. That could be argued 15 to 20%, whatever. We're not using the whole brain, our whole brain capability. And that's something that a lot of African people seem to forget, especially amongst the so-called conscious community.
Very true.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You know, because we then one thing I try to point out to a lot of people I come across is that we live in America. We don't speak American, we speak English. So that should already show them exactly whose doctrine we have accepted. How long did it take the European to indoctrinate our people with his language?
That's right.
You know, so we need to get on the ball and start learning our language. So, because we speak a language and a doctrine that basically, if we go into the dictionary, it demonizes us. If we look up the word black, if we look up the word yo, that's my nigga, and we look up the word nigga, we using a language that demonizes everything about us. So,
well,
true.
That's that's for people who once again have taken the next level step in our own hazab, anun hazab, our own culture. That's another level. Many people are just at readers. Now, we have a lot of family members who want to take that next level, right? And are eventually we're going to link up because we're doing it now. But let's get back to the calendar. The calendar is in reference to our day-to-day thing. So let me look up, because I keep the wu-nuwaupu calendar, and then I'm asking for help from the family to help me with the calendar to change it to make it more easier for people who speak English, because our calendar is obviously started on June 26th. That's the master teacher's birthday. That's our 0 time reference, right? Which is 15 days times 24 months. So 15 days a month, 3 weeks in each month of 5 days each. So I have a language page. I have 2 language pages. The first one is Pananzamut Nawapui Tarak. Today's Nuwapic date. All right. This is done every day when I wake up. Different times of day. Sometimes I might not catch it early. I'll catch it late. All right. So I start like this. I'm going to read to you today's date as an example. All right. I will start off Rahub Yasar. Nafir Atunre. Rahub Yasar means greetings, family. Nafir Atunre. Now that's noon, not morning, because I wrote the date or I woke up or got out of bed at high noon. All right. But Atunre ranges from around 11 to 2 or to 3, depending, maybe 4. That's late Atunre, but there's another word for that, which I can't remember at this time. But anyway, Atunre, which means I'm up around 11. All right. Pananzamut today, Kawun, is Patasan Zamut, the 9th day, of Kabut Ma'at, or some people say Mayat. Kabut Ma'at, month 6.
There's a multiracial person whose blood, not blood.
And this is the 4th day of week 2, because 5 and 1 is 6. All right. So the 4th day of week 2, the 2nd week, right? I'm sorry, the 4th day, right, of week 2. So that's the 9th day, because 5 plus 4 is 9. I'm sorry, my math was off. So we're in the 9th day. Now, this is all taken from June 26th, and if you count every 15 days, you'll be where you are now. What the problem is, most Nuwaupians don't do the calculations. Like I said, we are lazy. We are lazy at our own language. And I'm in this sun cycle, I'm through comparing, trying to say, oh, the Japanese do this and the Chinese do that. I'm not going there. I'm only staying on the family in Nuwaupu and pushing it. And I'm pushing it because we were, just like they crammed English down our throat, it seems like to me, we have to cram Nuwaupu down your throat.
Yep.
And it's going down. Watut. All right. So, calendar, date. That, by knowing your own language and knowing our own calendar date, we are in our own zone. We are in our own time zone now. That's what Tamaray was. When you walk through the pylon, you were in another time zone. You feel me? Why? You had to keep up with the English time on your watch. Don't get it twisted. But mentally, it was the safest place where you could take your kids, and you know this if you ever been there, or even if you heard about it. You follow that? There was no child molestation going on there. I was there too much on the land. I was there a lot. I didn't live there, but I was there a lot. So I would have heard something. But anyway, the language and culture is important. So when people test us and question us, right, you have a response, and that gives us much more confidence, because a lot of people, technically, when they can test us and say, well, do y'all know y'all language? And that's pride, and that's not pride, but it makes you feel proud. It makes you feel that you've arrived in this thing, wu-nuwaupu. Like I said, that's the difference for those who really, truly are Nuwaupian at heart. And most people go, well, they proud to be Nuwaupian with the English language. And I'm like, you're half-stepping. I'm half-stepping. You know what I mean? We have to keep pushing ourselves to keep mastering it, and don't be just satisfied with, we only say 2 or 3 words. Tayyib, Rahobat, Wadu. Very few minimal words, man. So that's one of the things we're going to be doing when we build on Wednesday, Kanasu, is we're going to go more in depth with the Nuwaupian doctrine. Tonight is freestyle, so I don't want to limit it to just wu-nuwaupu all night long. We just want to just touch on certain subjects and then keep building at this round table. You know, we miss messing tonight. Oh, fam.
I got this. I got something to show you right fast if you don't know everything. This right here could probably help us out with getting more people. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So check this out. Check this out right here.
Category for health and wellness. Nominees are Dead Prez representing RBG Fit Club.
This is the Black Power Awards nominee.
Javon Muhammad.
You heard of it? You heard the nominees yet?
Well, no, I'm glad you're playing it. So now you can give us the names.
Oh, yeah, here go all the names.
Marion City Health and Wellness City. Marion City, California. And the third nominee for health and wellness is Nubia Sutton, representing Blackberry Beauty Academy. Those are the official nominees for health and wellness. Next, we have law and justice. The first nominee is Malik Zulu Shabazz, representing Black Lawyer Stickman from Dead Prez, and encourage your folks to come out and support you on this day. Okay, so again, for all of you who have made the official nomination list, you will receive an email letter from the nomination committee in the next 24 to 48 hours. Okay, so here we go. The category for health and wellness. Nominees are Stickman from Dead Prez, representing RBG Fit Club. Muhammad, Marion City Health and Wellness City, Marion City, California. And the third nominee for health and wellness is Nubia Sutton, representing Blackberry Beauty Academy. Those are the official nominees for health and wellness. Next, we have law and justice. Is Malik Zulu Shabazz, representing Black Lawyers for Justice. Second nominee, Dr. Ali Muhammad, CEO of International Society of Indigenous Society Law Firm. The third nominee for law and justice is Attorney Maoli Davis, representing the Davis Bozeman Law Firm. Next category is documentary film. The documentary film nominees are Rick Mathis for Black Friday, Bills of Benefits. Second nominee is Raheem Shabazz for Elementary Genocide Part 2. And third nominee is Price for Out of Darkness. Those are the official nominees for the documentary film. Next, we have political activism. First nominee is Brother Zeke and Brother Skrill from New Era, Detroit. Second nominee is Minister Sharif Muhammad of the 10,000 Fearless Black Men and Women. Third nominee is Brother Kamanji Jamachanga of the FTP movement. For edutainment, the Edutainment Award, the nominees are Hound the God from Miami Overtown. Hound the God from Miami Overtown. Second nominee is Precise Science of Baltimore, Maryland. Third nominee is Tahir RBG of Orlando, Florida. For cultural education, the nominees are Marcus Klein from Freedom Home Academy International. Second nominee is Brother Amin Owo of the wu-nuwaupu Academy of Fort Worth, Texas. And third nominee is Mama Afia Mazimoyo of Aya Educational Institute. For self-defense and protection, the nominees are Brother Mantu of Asaru Gun Club, Dr. Ali Muhammad of the Revolutionary Black Panther Party. Third nominee is Brother Balagoon Ojitade of African Martial Arts. For science and technology, we have Jared Grant for learning, technology, and leadership. Second nominee is Heru Ofori Atasio of Herbal Results. Third nominee is Dr. Wu-nuwaupu of the Perfect Health Institute. Six nominees are Tahir RBG for Hymns of the World. Second nominee for Black Power Music is Brick the Foundation. It's Me Brick. Third nominee for Black Power Music is United Front for the Moonless Beginnings. For Sacred Science, the first nominee is Baba Mpudichi of Black Gold Sacred Cultural Healing Center. Second nominee is Baba Maluta Ashby for Comedic Yoga. And third nominee is Dr. Phil Valentine, University of Comedic Science. For economics and business, the nominees are Samori Kamara with Akade Collection. Second nominee is Dr. Boyce Watkins for Black College Boot Camp. And third nominee is Michael Duncan, the newly appointed President General of the UNIA. For literature children, the nominee is Dr. Oya Ma'at for Meltrek series. Second nominee is Angela Freeman for Sankofa Superheroes. And third nominee is Brother Junichi Bumani Ajamu for Real Jalil Young Power Journey to Warrior. For broadcast media, the first nominee is Brother Rich of Underground Railroad TV. Second nominee is Sinetta for Sinetta TV. And third nominee is Revolutionary Minds Media, Brother Preach. For agricultural science, the nominees are Kashawn Myers of Habashak. Second nominee is Dr. Ridgely Muhammad of Muhammad's Farms. And third nominee is Rashid Nuri of True Living Well. Sustainability and biotechnology. The nominees are Brother Todd Williams of Herbs. Second nominee is Marshawn Lynch of Sustainable Homes in Haiti. And third nominee is Sean Perry Thomas of Green Dandelion Marketing and Sales. The Internet Radio. For Internet Radio, the nominees are Rahman Aman of Harambe Radio. Second nominee is Michael Imhotep of African History Network. And third nominee is Brother Kidi Owadu of LIB of LIB Radio. For 21st Century Scholarship, the nominees are Imhotep Patel of Pan-African Liberation Movement. Second nominee is Professor James Smalls, President of Afro-American Unity. And third nominee is Uncle New of Repatriation Nation. For literature adult, the nominees are Mwalu Baruti for Silence and Remembrance. Second nominee is Zaza Lee for Black Matters. And third nominee is Keith Kilimanjaro for Ma'at Principles of Moral Living. Yes. And the Distinguished Elder Award. The first Distinguished Elder Award will be presented to, for the Distinguished Elder Award woman, Dr. Baina Bello. And for Distinguished Elder Award man, the award will go to Dr. Leonard Jeffers. Yes. All right, now, so there you have it. All the categories, all the names of the official nominees.
You know, now that I know what some of the categories are, I probably would say Victoria and Mario for the law category. Yeah. Because they're doing big things with that. I definitely have to throw them in there. Some of those I did agree with. A lot of those I don't even know who they are. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, but they doing their work though. They finding people. They giving love to people. You know what I mean? So they doing something.
But the thing is, where's Umar Johnson? They didn't even throw Umar Johnson on there.
Yeah, that's bullshit, man. So that should have been a couple of more awards besides just one.
Yeah.
They had a unity award because he is uniting.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of Donetta is uniting people, regardless of what you say. Because he bring them all in the same room sometimes.
Yep.
You see him?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but they need to have Umar Johnson on there somewhere. And Dr. Zaidi, they need to have on there somewhere.
So what y'all saying is, let me ask a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is anybody saying that some of our people could be white bald?
Yeah, because Umar Johnson, almost everybody knows that Umar Johnson don't deal with Sinetta TV and half of them guys no more. You know, but yeah, a lot of them are being blackballed. But a lot of names that they stated do deserve an award. I'm not gonna lie.
White ball, not black ball.
Yeah,
white ball.
Yeah, I'd say like brother Mpudishi. I met that brother in person. He is on it. I'm not gonna lie, he on it.
Yeah.
Okay. So who recognized that brother right there? Was that you, Kanasu?
Yeah.
What was his name again?
Mpudishi.
Where did he get down at? Tell us about him. Tell the family about him. What did he do?
Oh well, he is a martial arts. He's like he knows like the African martial arts. Teaches that. He knows Kupagani and Gumi. Hopefully I said that right. But that's one form he knows. He actually was a champion in that. Actually, a national champion. He's well diverse in African sciences, not necessarily just Kemet. He does study other African cultures. I would say he's well rounded as far as being culturally diverse amongst himself. Like he, of course, when he's out and about, never in European clothing. No, like not a t-shirt, not a pair of Jordans, nothing.
Yeah.
Everything he has from head to toe is straight African all day, every day.
That's true.
I've seen many videos with this brother, and I've never once seen him in any kind of European clothing. He also is supposed to be a teacher in the Meduneta. I knew that's what he was going for.
Yeah.
But
man, he is.
It made me touch on a side note. We'll come back to that.
Yeah, he made a video talking about the Meduneta.
Well, that's
it's
good.
on Sinetta's channel recently.
Well, he did that. He also did on Brother Rich's channel too.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, now check this out. Where's he from again?
He's from Tanzania, ain't he? I think he's from.
I'm not sure.
I mean, where's he live now? He in the States or?
Yeah, he in the States. He I met him in New York at the conference up in New York last December. And And when you stand next to him, you get that vibe of he a bad dude as far as in martial art. I ain't gonna lie to you. You get that vibe from him. But yeah, he in the States. I don't know where he at. I know he got a website that teaches martial arts and the language.
I'm just listening to what you say, right? The way you say you got that vibe off of him.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in our culture, our hazab, what's the word? The word for vibration is hazuz.
Hazuz.
That's a verb, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hazuz, that's vibrate. Hazuz. So vibration is tazaz. Tazaz, vibration. So the vibe you got off was him like, this is what I'm saying. This is how a lot of people use the doctrine. What I mean by that, not the doctrine. You are intuitive with the culture of wu-nuwaupu, but they just don't call it that. It's certain things that we do by nature, right? Part of it, where we breaking the spell, we do intuitively, like what you just said. You said he gave off the vibe that he knew his shit. In other words, you ain't gonna try him, right?
No.
That's what I'm talking about. So that's nuwaupu. That's culture. And people have it. They just don't call it that.
Mm-hmm.
And
right.
that's what we're trying to explain to people as well. The things that you naturally do by nature, it just happens to be a science called wu-nuwaupu. That's it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
All right. So the reason why I say that is because getting back to the point is that I don't know. I think Asaru chimed in on this. I don't know half these cats either, but that's good. I heard of New Era Detroit. That's up there with Messin, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Messin could give us. I'll tell you what. Make a note of this, Kanasu.
Mm-hmm.
That Messin probably gonna be on the bill with us on Wednesday. So make a note to ask him to chime in on New Era Detroit. They up for a Black Power Award. What's the business?
All right, I'm gonna put it down right now.
Yeah.
You said New Era Detroit.
Yeah, I read a little something. I heard something about him. I think it was an article. Maybe you heard of this, Sebek. It was an article. I call videos on YouTube articles. So it was an article on YouTube, right? That was saying that I think the RBG, maybe I don't know who it was, but they went to an Arab gas station and shut it down. Because they said, yes, Sebek, I'm surprised you ain't heard of this one.
Which one?
It went down in Detroit. They shut down an Arab gas station because they said they wanted to have peaceful dialogue, right? They went in the store with the video camera, said maybe it was the Black Panther. I don't know who it was, man, but it was a lot of them out there, and they went in there and said, well, okay, since you don't want to have no peaceful dialogue, we gonna show you, all right, and we gonna shut y'all down. And they went outside and they didn't let no cars on that man's lot. This went down, man. I don't know where it was, man. I think it was maybe Detroit. I'm not sure. But anyway, what I'm seeing is there are a lot of people that I don't know that are getting in the work for our people as well. It's not just Nuwaupians. It's coming from a little bit of everybody. You feel me? So the only one I didn't know was Sarnetta. Hopefully he get that, man. But like I said, we'll see if there's any white ball tricks up with the so-called Black Power Awards. Is it gonna be some politics?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But it's more about who's known by national exposure, because a lot of people are just probably, or it's one or two things. Either my lack, which sounds like to me from an intelligence standpoint, my lack of information of going out and seeking out these people, or maybe they're just that local.
Yeah.
You know,
I still don't understand how Umar Johnson and Know the Ledge Radio is not on there with Red Pill and Blue Pill. Yeah, I don't understand that.
I say white ball. I could be wrong.
Well, Red Pill is hosting it though.
Is what?
He hosting it.
Man,
Red.
Okay, so but still,
yeah, I don't think he don't get
Red Pill. Is the
he should get a nomination.
So he comfortable now. He the host of it. So
yeah,
I think he'll do a good job because his personality is two of them, Red and Blue Pill. But I think Red is more relaxed.
Yeah,
I think
Red Pill is the best interviewer that we have out there in the conscious community. Red pill and blue pill.
Red let you talk.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yep.
Yeah, but I met him
aggressive
too.
Either. He's not aggressive. He won't attack you.
Right. Exactly.
I met him too. My guy just took a picture with him.
Oh yeah.
He real relaxed, real chill.
That's what I'm learning to be that way. I'm being myself, man. But you know, I'm working on the vulgarity for real though. But if you study Bobby Hemmett, if you hear about Bobby Hemmett back in the day, Bobby Hemmett was saying, he said the more spiritual he became, the more vulgar language he started speaking.
Oh yeah.
Well, here's the thing, you know. See, Hemmett just y'all know I don't mess with him. I'm not gonna use no vulgarity tonight. But what I mean by that is that I'm gonna pick nights I bang, and nobody's doing this right now because I'm mixing negative with positive. We bang. We're gonna have a bang night, and what I mean by that is that things that happen through the week, certain injustices, even things within our own culture that need to be addressed or whatever. That's just gonna be the bang night. Right now, this the lounge night. It's Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm having a beer. I'm rapping with y'all. You feel me? And you know, it's no thing. So you know, these are the type of good shows that you gotta change the flavor in the culture, man. But the bang night is necessary, but not. You don't have to use vulgarity. I'm learning to express yourself all the time. So
one person who I say should not get an award is Ali Muhammad.
He was nominated.
I'm sticking
twice. He was nominated twice on there.
Yeah.
Ali Muhammad was nominated.
Yeah.
See,
twice.
I couldn't hear, but for what categories?
Law. One was law.
Law.
Mm-hmm.
And
You gotta be kidding me.
Right. And another one was wasn't it like
he wasn't nominated for no Arabic scholarship, was he?
no, I don't think.
I would just scream right now. I would just leave myself bald for the rest of the way. You know?
I met him too. Yeah, when I was at the conference, he was talking about. I'm honestly goodness, when I met him when he was talking at the conference I was at this and last December, he was talking about the Almex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These cats kill me, man. But what it is, I see they're trying to do something. It's gonna generate a lot of money.
Definitely.
You know, I'm thinking about showing up there with some books in my hand. Straight up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna find out the date. I'm gonna be kicking it right outside.
Did y'all see Ali Muhammad graduation college a certificate?
I ain't know.
Him, man. So
y'all ever
y'all
see it?
have to fill me in on him.
I'm trying to tell you, man. Armor Raw Squad is they real tough to mess with, though.
You echoing, fam. Your sound is echoing. You ain't got the YouTube on again, do you? Well, no, it's a tech check. I'm not trying to No.
I'm saying, you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ali Muhammad went on the show on Sarnetta, and you had Unc on the other side. They was going at it real hard.
About
and
what?
For some reason, it was arguing about evolution and shit like that. And then for some reason, Ali Muhammad broke out his graduation college degree.
On what?
And on where he graduated from.
I mean,
from a cracker school.
Yeah, to prove to him that he is certified in science, that he know what he's talking about. You get what I'm saying?
mean,
So he put out that to show.
What was his degree?
He's certified by the cracker, though, right? Is it a cracker school?
Number one.
I forgot what school it was. But what happened? Unc was like, yeah, well, let me see it. Pass it over here. He was like, no, I ain't showing that to you. I just showed it. I showed
choppy, fam. Sound choppy a little bit.
I can hear you still. I can hear you clear though.
All right.
Yeah, he was saying, I ain't showing you this right now. I'm putting it in the screen, so you look at the video later. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Unc was like, okay, all right, I'll look at the video later. So he sat back and chilled. So when he went back to the house, when the video got uploaded, he looked at the video, and a couple of other people from Amaral Squad looked at the video. And it wasn't even Unc that had did the video. It was one of his other people, the Marzi Clan warriors did this. They did a video exposing Ali Muhammad. And they showed the picture in the screenshot of his degree. And don't you know that he spelt the word science wrong?
Oh, no. No.
Yeah, I'm going to show y'all a thing. Yeah,
I
I'm going to
saw
show
that.
him.
But
And he spelled the word 2020 something wrong too within the date too. It was written wrong. He wrote the road 20 wrong on it too.
I got a
and
question.
It's all on camera.
Does Ali Muhammad claim to know the Meta Netter too? Does he study that?
I don't think so.
I don't think he better not say that.
Oh, yeah, I would say he better not say that.
Man.
All right, so getting to the
he got something
candidate,
to say.
what was your man that we was talking about who know the Meta Netter and the arts? What was he nominated for again? In what category?
Fundishi?
Yeah,
And Fudishi was wasn't it for health or
health?
Give me 1 second.
no? It was
back.
for go back to that.
I think it was for martial arts and one was for spiritual science or something like that.
I think that's right.
Oh yeah. And so Dr. Sabi didn't get nominated for anything?
No Dr. Zabi, no Ma'a, no Fura.
Well, you know why Dr.
Not
Sabi
even
didn't get
Supernova
nominated?
Slom.
He still could have got nominated. That would have been honored right there.
Yeah. And
Niggas ain't thinking, man.
any one of them four, Zabi, Ma'a, Afua, and Supernova Slom. Any one of them four right there. I like the fact that they did nominate Stickman from Dead Prez. He's doing his thing.
For what?
I think one was for Fitness Club and another one I can't remember exactly what it was for though.
Do y'all think all these categories was good categories?
Nah.
No, some of them are, not all of them. But I was gonna say, well, was Dr. Sabi ever nominated for a Black Power Award?
He should have been.
Yeah, he should have.
I'm saying if this their first one, I think this the first one.
Okay.
Yes,
Well,
yeah.
I'll say, you know why he wasn't. I'm not saying because
I know
died.
he's transitioned, but I mean, but still the work, man.
No,
Yeah.
I'm saying he not gonna get nominated because he Nuwaupian.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
true.
white
True.
ball.
Yeah.
Look, how many
Yeah.
Nuwaupians? Look, we out. I mean, we all over the place. But yeah, we weren't nominated one time in any category.
Yeah.
None of us got. Well, I would expect that. So
You know what's crazy
I
too?
understand.
Out of all people, as much like I said, like I might not agree with everything he do, but I still respect him in a way. I didn't even hear Brother Polite name.
Right.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad I ain't hear his name. For real, he would have just blown up too much for me. I'd have been like, I'm not hating, but I'd have been like, God damn.
Yeah.
Not hating on him, but I mean, I'm sick of him. He cool, make your money, dog. But you know, it's time for. See, everybody knows that it's time to hear other voices than Polite, because not some of it's because of the scam shit, but because of is the doctrine of in other words, the doctrine right now that's hot amongst us is the genetic doctrine. You can quickly take people apart now, but also we are educating people what the problem is. And for me, as I'm starting to look at people through genetic eyes, one thing I can see is that I can identify the races quicker. I can identify attitudes, you know, because with the 30 spirits and all that, even in myself and in other people, you starting to, like you say, intuitively pick up on people, where to be, where not to be. And yeah, you know what I mean? And a lot of people, because they're not in tune with their own genetics, like, you know, they're pushing lesbianism a whole lot. So that's hermaphrodites.
Yep.
And the man, you know what I'm saying? A hermaphrodite is a female who has a female body, but she's like a man.
Yep. And then you got the hermaphrodite.
And a hermaphrodite has a male body, but his mentality is that of a woman.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what you're seeing with all this transgender stuff. With all this, they pushing. Oh yeah, and there was one article, Sebek, online today that broke down. It was on ABC News that certain public schools are gonna start teaching fourth graders, right, how to have anal sex, oral sex.
What?
And yes.
What?
This was on ABC News on the article. If I tell you something that I read, believe that. I might not have a link. What I'm gonna start doing is when I run across crazy shit like, see, I thinking you be up on all this.
Yo, we need the Jamaicans in America need to stand up right now.
They are. They wilding out too. If you notice in certain countries of Africa, right, when they found out you was gay, you got burned,
Yep.
stoned.
Yep.
It's going down now. Just because a lot, like, okay, I'll give you for instance, there's this news satellite called, well, I know I got it through some years ago, Ant TV. That was the best informative satellite because I could pick up news all over the world. And it was this one particular news station. Well, BBC TV news was good, but there were a few more others that were far much better. And when you start to go to these different countries and watch the news from their perspective, especially if you know their language, you get more informative news. Because the way they import, like for instance, I thought they had problems over here with killing. More European people over there in Europe, Ireland, Norway, especially Europe, France, they having problems with serial killers too.
Yeah.
Whites killing whites.
Yep.
Over there, I was tripping when I saw that shit. But see, we don't see that from the international view being limited to American television. But unless when you go that satellite route, oh my goodness, you're gonna get some news, Jack. They reporting some serious news. There are better news stations. And especially if we speak different languages in different countries, they got Japanese news, Chinese news, whatever is out there. And I'm like, wow.
I'll tell you what though, y'all heard about how in South Africa white folks is getting killed and put in camps and tortured and stuff?
Yeah, what's going on, fam?
That's what Khalid Muhammad prayed for. Shoot him again.
Yeah, in South Africa, they running them out. And like they making advertisements. I ain't lying. I ain't making this up. They making commercials. You know how like when y'all see them commercials be like,
you talking about black folks?
Black folks killing white folks. Yeah, I'm saying like you ever see them commercials like how they be like, they'll show you in Ethiopia how they got the starving kids. And they be like, please donate. You know, it'd be like, it's like 10 cents a month. I swear to you, I ain't making this up. They made a commercial about adopt a South white African, and it's like $5,000 to do that. I was like, what?
Well, they adopting black babies from Africa. I know a lot of the Caucasian movie stars are.
But
you know
you ain't watch. You
they
ain't gonna
saw
see
one with a little black boy dressed up in a dress.
Yeah, I've seen that, Angelina Jolie. But you ain't gonna watch them adopt a white South African.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I got something for y'all. Got something for you. Watch.
Go ahead.
Let me see.
This is some stuff, man. Yeah, they going in.
Well, I guess I found my clip, man. What you got, Sebek?
He got the thing with there he is.
It's kind of loud.
Brother Ali Muhammad and Brother Reggie.
About like 3 minutes of that.
Ali name is Khan.
If it's a 10-minute clip, let me know.
Ali Muhammad.
You'll like this.
Because out of first, let me say he has some great scholarly work. He makes sense. We sit on the couch with Brother right? That's on your right of this picture. That's Brother
All right, I got it right here.
Your degree
and get you where to go. But I'm gonna get Ali Muhammad. This is your first mistake.
You're never gonna tell me that a goddamn black man or a black woman comes from a goddamn primate.
Maybe you didn't know. But I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. But you the one on Santella's couch and show your degree of Bachelor of Science.
What's the business, Sebek, man? What we looking for, man?
This is showing you the bachelor degree. This
The
showing
what?
you this is showing you his bachelor degree. They showing you this is the Bosley Victoria plan. I'm showing you the facts. I wish you had your computer though. It ain't no good if you can't see it. You know what I mean? You can always come back and review it. You know what I mean? But this is just showing you that he messed up and showing you the misspelling stuff inside of his degree. Yeah, he got on TV and showed a fake degree, bro. Like he printed this shit inside of
It's a fake
CBS.
degree, you
I
said?
got Kinko's.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to show y'all. This dude, they exposing him. That's why I leave my home been quiet for the last couple of months because he exposed.
Oh yeah, Ali Muhammad was a fraud.
Well, how he get nominated?
War.
How he get nominated? Because remember,
White ball.
he down with
You
the
said-
family. He down with the family of the Sinetta TV.
Mm.
Yeah.
Say it again. A very organized fact.
Yeah.
The subject that he's talking about the reason. This is just one. So now, look at my now. Let me get that. Let me hold that. I'm gonna look at it.
He gonna show off the degree.
Watch the video. Watch the video.
He say watch the video.
Watch the video. So now that's the division one. Then I'm not letting you touch nothing. No. Give me the mic.
Mistake number 2, Ali Muhammad, is that you're trying to beat up on my big brother, Uncle Ken, the God killer. And he will show your degree from Temple University. And you said, oh, we can't look at it. Go watch the video. And that's what we did. We watched the video. And your degree did not look right. Why? Because I see some fraudulence going on. I see a pseudo in the house. So what we gonna do about it? I'm gonna show you his degree. And you look at it and check it out for yourself.
All right, we good with that, fam? Let's move on, man.
Yeah, I got it. He spelled it with he spelled science SCIECNE. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't really just, you know, he ain't talking about nothing right now. You know, like I said, so he got nominated for an award under the category of what?
Law. It was
Yeah.
like law, and the other one was, I don't know, something that I really wasn't paying attention to.
Law is important because, you know, I know we have our 24,000 laws of the 24,000 year sun cycle. I don't know what's up with that webpage with the laws and everything, but I'm gonna try to get them, and that needs to be put out in a better way because that's the laws for our nation anyway. And,
I don't know what's up with half of our websites, man. It's like almost every time I go check something, it's always down.
oh, so you know what website I'm talking about?
No, I don't. To be honest with you.
Well, yeah.
No, you talking about the okay, yeah. I do. You talking about the one that's got it says laws for this is like laws for wu-nuwaupians. It's
24,000, and it gives you all the laws, the sections, everything. It's about 140 something pages.
I didn't see all that. I ain't click it.
Yeah, I got it. Not, I mean, you know, but well, anyway, we'll figure that out another time. But law is like important because you know, he got nominated for law, but you know, the Moors is talking about their type of law. And here's the thing with the Moors, what I trip off of. I remember a brother came to me years ago talking about the Moors and how I need to we trying to get this money and all this land and everything. You know, the doctrine that was brought to me about it was about money and trying to, you know, get the land or whatever. You know, it just ain't make no sense to me because I kept hearing money, money, money. So I was like, well, you know, I'm not really just feeling that because, you know, they promise you all this money, but then nobody ever gets no money. They wind up taking you for money. But that's how they get you in. They say, well, you know, as Moors, we got rights to land, and then they owe us these money. Then you got all these treaties, right? But I don't see no embassies for Moors and no unity amongst them. And so many. There was a friend of mine up in Memphis. Her name was Tabitha Gentry, right? And she went away from the doctrine of wu-nuwaupu, though she still supported the bookstore. Her and her mate, you know, Eunice, right? But she had went on and started with this Moorish thing. Now, I can't remember which branch. But anyway, this is a true story. It's in WREG News, Memphis. And she went and claimed the house based on the fact that she said, I'm a Moor. This is, you know, my rights. Y'all done took my land, my property, and all this and all that. And, you know, I'm claiming it back. And went and did that tried to take a $3 million house or something like that. No, yeah, mill two.
I seen it.
And, but this is the point, that a lot of people are taking these quotes, so-called, now I could be mistaking it wrong. I'm sure I am. But insofar as law, as far as dealing with the Moors is concerned, you know, it's not getting us nowhere as a people. So I don't see the point of that award. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A law award or a nomination? Nah, man. So you're right. At the Black Power Awards, I think it's a lot of white balling. You say, okay, that was a good one when you say to say Dr. Umar Johnson's not there. No honor to Dr. Sebi whatsoever, even though he's transitioned. Come on, I think his work still stands the best.
Heck yeah. Heck, not even Dr. Africa even on there.
Yeah.
Wow. And Dr. Africa is nice with it. That's right.
Yep.
Well, you know what? And also, I don't know if you heard about this, Sebek, but like they said, at least somebody told me it was about at least 30 to 40 herbalists that was found like, you know,
dead,
coming up missing and stuff. Is that true? You heard of that?
Yeah. Yep.
I
don't know about that.
World or just throughout the states?
That's what I've been hearing. I know a lot of conscious people getting killed all of a sudden. That's all I know. I heard Dr. Sebi shit. They went and killed and shut down a lot of shit. I heard, Dr. Sebi shit. A lot of people in trouble. They keeping a lot of shit under wraps. They went and took his land, everything. Did the same thing they did Doc. They took all his land. Go prison and had a fake bride and killed them in there.
And
when,
then,
you know,
so the OSHA. Rewind. The OSHA village.
Let me tell you something.
Hold on, Sebek. Rewind. The OSHA village. They took that too.
I heard they took all that stuff. I heard they took all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they took all that. They owe taxes and all this stuff. You know how they do it. That's what they did him, but they killed them all. Let me say something. When Polite, when Dr. Sebi first died, the first day, Polite had did a live stream, right?
Yeah, I seen it.
First 15 minutes of it.
Yes, he was.
Polite was going in, and he said something about, I believe Sebi was murdered. And I believe he was saying murdered. And then when he released the video later, because after the live stream, he had took the video down, I guess he saved it or whatever. And then when he released it later on, it was cut like a good hour within it.
I got the original.
Yeah, so when he released that footage, he was saying that he was murdered. Mm-hmm. So I went all out with what was going on at first, but then I guess they told him to be quiet.
Yeah.
So that's why he had calmed down.
Money
Stop
talk,
talking
don't it?
so.
Yep. I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure there's some COINTELPRO involved somewhere in this black conscious community. They got some Darth Hart Perrys out there.
Yeah, that's obvious.
You know, and for Polite to edit that video and take, because I got the original video when he said that, but for him to edit out that part, that's
you
strange.
saw the edited you saw the edited and the original.
Yeah, I got the original.
Yeah. And some things you gotta talk about, people don't catch. I've been catching all that stuff, bro. Oh goddamn, man! The nigga just talking about the murder. Nah, he ain't saying nothing no more. Polite, he's saying a little bit lately, but it ain't nothing compared to he was saying at first.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So it's like that sippy shit, and they know that they killing leaders now, because you seen the last couple of leaders got killed. Dude got shot up in the car and through the fire. They said the eyewitness said. Dude with the dreads that was in Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, and his car got burnt up.
Yeah, they say the witness say that it was some cars that skied out of there, like 2 cars. They shot it up and rolled out, and it was a white dude that crept through the woods. And he said he wouldn't pick it up about it because he thought he was coming to buy some drugs or something. Because you see white people coming there all the time. But he said he was a dude creeping through the woods behind the car, and next thing you know, the car was on fire. So he's saying that the dude shot him up, but some kind of sniper white dude or some shit finished the job and burnt up the evidence of what the niggas did. Because they probably paid some niggas to kill him.
Yep.
And then the white dude burned up the car.
Well, y'all know that Black Lives Matter organization was actually started by 3 lesbian women.
Yep.
And it's
I don't understand what this Black Lives Matter thing is about. I really don't know. I haven't, like I said, I just tuned it out. So y'all got to bring me up to speed, man. What's the point of the organization?
I got you.
Go on.
It's a mask. It's a front. The real organization, what it's really about, is pushing the gay, lesbian, transgender.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, because matter of fact, I was told this by members of the R Evolution. And they was actually working with the Black Lives Matter, and they were doing a march at a march in Philly, and the police were protecting the Black Lives Matter rally and protest, but they weren't necessarily for their march they weren't getting the same kind of treatment. For one, that's one thing they noticed that stood out as being different. Of course, they had insiders that were a part of the organization came out and told them about what was really going on at the Black Lives Matter. Fact, they're getting all their funding. What's the dude name? It's a powerful, rich white dude that's funding all this. I can't remember his name.
But go ahead though.
But yeah, this white dude, he's funding the whole thing. So this dude, I guess he's funded other things before, but it has the whole concept of the Black Lives Matter is an illusion to really push the gay, lesbian, transgender whole thing. Like they support like the transgender can go into the same bathrooms or whatever that they identify their sex with. Yeah, and I told people, I was like, I had an issue with them, and one of our own sisters got on me, was like, pretty much trying to reinforce some of the stuff about the doctrine. It's like, I understand that as far as what's in the doctrine about the hormone sexuals and everything like that, and all that. I understand that, but the thing is, it's not even about that at this particular point. That's not the argument. What I have a problem is if you have a transgender male as masquerading, as walking around as a female, would you want this guy who is a male, was born a male, walking around today as a woman, going into the same bathroom that your little girl's going to.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Nah, that don't fly with me.
Well, they control the school systems and it's going down, and they saying there's nothing that the people can do about it. Is there something that people can do about it? What are some solutions? Like, for instance, let's say, well, it is going down. And I think maybe on a college level, I don't know how they doing it. Well, high school, I don't understand. If you're transgender in high school, I'm like, God damn, that's too young to be a transgender.
I've heard about it. Yeah, I think I've heard maybe 2 instances where there was transgenders in high school.
Well, I mean, but the point is the percentage is down. But if kids what's the purpose of all of this lesbian and gay agenda, as they say, and transvestite? What's the purpose behind all that? Is that's to cut down the population of the planet through sexual activity, right?
Mm-hmm.
And majority, the ones who they're really trying to control is the population of the black race.
Yep. And plus they trying to replace us as wu-nuwaupians, RBG, with this movement that we doing, like Sarnetta TV. They trying to replace us with a Black Lives movement.
Matter. Yeah.
So this way they can categorize us, because a lot of people agree with Black Lives, but then some don't agree with it. Like, I don't agree with the Black Lives movement, but when you look on the TV, they constantly pointing the finger, oh, they're racist, they're radical. So that would be the same thing when they talk about a wu-nuwaupian or RBG and a Hebrew Israelite. But
now,
yeah, they're definitely trying to cut down the population, trying to make the black male more feminine, trying to make the black woman more masculine. It's the crisscross effect.
Now here's the thing. Now it seems like they're with these ads, these TV shows, the blatant Facebook videos that they are stimulating that type of gene or that type of lesbian play within a human being at an early age.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
so now here's the thing. Now, a person, as they get older, right, makes their choices on who they are, or some things is influenced. Like, for instance, a crackhead today got there because they were influenced to smoke and they got hooked.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's one way. Or, you could have been a person and well, even after you got influenced, this is it, I love it, this is who I am, or you just helplessly got carried away.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But my point is that society tends to want to bash a person who has made the choice to be a homosexual, be it lesbian or man on man.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what the Sodom Misinterpreted book was talking about in the debate that Polite and Seti had, trying to disrespect the master teacher, saying he supports this gay shit, whatever, for lack of a better words, is that the word Sodom has nothing to do, right, with being a gay or homosexual. What the position of the nation is that we don't care what you do. You know what I'm saying? We're saying that that's your right. We're not going to bash you for it. You follow that? Just be respectful to other people. Like, for instance, if a man is gay, right? You ain't bothering him or nothing. And here his punk ass come up to you wanting to hit on you.
Mm-hmm.
How you doing? And all that shit. So now you got to explain to him, now in some kids, certain fags in Atlanta can fight, I seen a couple of them whooping straight niggas' ass. Straight up. They train too. And them niggas is big and fast and strong. They're like, yo, are you in the NFL, yo? I'm trying to tell you now, I've seen it right there, 5 points. Straight up gay dude, whooped the nigga ass, tried him. So I'm like, damn, they raping niggas now? So what I'm saying to the guys who on that there like that there is, okay, the same way y'all want respect for people not to bash you, don't be the over aggressive male and step your bounds and try straight men. Now, keep that shit to the gay bars and, you know, your own thing. But mostly as men, this is what wu-nuwaupu was saying. Before all the technology and all that, you could tell in school who was gonna be who. You could see the girl who was a tomboy.
Yep.
And you could see the dude who was was soft.
Mm-hmm.
We could see that in elementary school. We wasn't there on that Facebook and all that jazz back then. So that's a good point by wu-nuwaupu in starting to recognize a person's genes and their structure and how it is. So at that early age, they start to shape who they are, and these advertisement brings it out which way you're gonna go. And the thing is with wu-nuwaupu as a doctrine, the solution is to help us make better sound decisions so as us or our kids don't get caught up in the matrix. Meaning this, because your kid listens to Snoop Dogg, Future, and he has a, you know, pop, nigga. If you try me, pop. That's what they telling these niggas. And your kid in school say, yeah, he take that attitude, and the kid try him and he shoot him. This has happened in schools. High school, I give you an example. I have to cite a case, an article or a case. Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi. No, I'm sorry. Hernandez, Mississippi, right? These three dudes kill a boy in high school at his house because he was popular with the girls. That's why they killed him. Boy in Chicago gets killed over some similar shit. My point is that the only place these kids is getting these ideas from is from this rap music that's influencing them to make that. They make them agreeable or disagreeable. So it's more than just saying what's wrong with all you. Why is the black killing going on? It's a psychological solution, right? And a genetic solution that has to be introduced to the people so they can make corrections. You got to really think your way through this. You know what I'm saying? If you get into some beef with somebody, let's say, I give an example. Most of the killings today, from what I see from the paper and the streets, is somebody getting popped off this dope game. Meaning, a nigga took some work on the front, not to throw nobody out there on blast, but I'm just giving you an example. A nigga took some work on a front, right? Came back short. Now, I'm the man you shorted. What do? Do I make an example of you to let you know I'm not to be played with? Did you play me? Did you try me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And all of these are going into the most. So what do the suggestions say? Oh, nigga, that nigga shorted you?
You gonna let him get away with that?
You got to handle that.
Mm-hmm.
And the short, now depending now, what influences the short? Is it $100 or $10,000?
Yeah.
If it's $100, niggas is getting killed over $5. Awesome work.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So you know, we're making mentally bad decisions, but it's influenced by the movies. That's why I see the most killing going on over drugs. It's not that's what influences the street, because the same black movies. What I'm talking about, the hood movies, they all the fucking, excuse my language, they all the same.
Right, let the emotion out. Let's keep going.
Uh-huh.
It's
Well, yeah,
real.
it's all the same, because they always talk about, some of them is good though, is the actors, but they all talking about a young kid, he learns how to do work, he runs with some partners, they get work, they make money, you know, they live the life, they fuck some hoes, and then the police come and take them down and they off in jail. 90% of them, some of them are starting to end with different endings, but 90% of them end like that. We don't the only movie I saw in Hollywood where they all died old age was The Godfather.
Yep.
Now it could be others, I don't know, but that's why I watch these gangster movies. I take gangster movies like tutorials.
Yeah.
I don't take the ignorant part and want to shoot my brother, but however, I do take the business aspect of being patient, calm, and cool, trying to be like the Godfather was. He never got, or not necessarily Godfather, but frankly, anyone of real power in that gangster lifestyle made sound decisions. Even I saw as they got older, because I watched the Frank Lucas documentary, and he was breaking down how when he was younger, he got into it. Frank would smoke you, beat you up, He came up to New York not selling dope right off the bat. He came up to New York robbing people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that. See, but the movie had you think that, you know. But after about 7 years or so, I guess, he said he met Bumpy Johnson. And Bumpy changed his whole life. You know, but not to glorify that lifestyle. But
Yeah. But Bumpy Johnson was a good guy. He actually used to put money back in the community.
yeah. Well, here's the thing. Another reason why I think black people are afraid to unite subliminally is because every time we did get together and do something for ourselves, they came and tore it down.
Yep.
The latest being with us, those who are Nuwaupian. All right. Then you have back on the Black Wall Street, Oklahoma, different places. And then I saw this another documentary. A brother made me watch that. I'm glad he did, because you know I didn't want to hear that first. But then it was like he was saying how, well, when whites, how they took like Missouri, St. Louis, Mississippi, different parts of the West, where that was our land and we were farming there and everything. And they just came in and shot up the place and drove us off the land.
Yeah.
Started fires. They did this in town. They wanted that. They came in there and took the land. Now, mind you, in the 1800s and 1700s, the moon cycle was still in effect. But that was, you know, now we're in the sun cycle, but the moon cycle is still fading out, right? Back then, 1600s, 2000, imagine in Rome and all these different places where the moon cycle was really, where their powers were really, really, and so far as working with that type of moon cycle energy was more in force. But now we're seeing more and more, like I see more African gymnastics, the African side of nine ether is starting to show through. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Which is why you have more black uprisings. You have more, like I said, and they're trying to do things to keep us killing each other to maintain the power. And we have to mentally see through that.
Yeah.
But we have to give the people a higher dose of knowledge and information.
Yeah.
Excuse me, information. And this is what I don't like about a lot of these black TV shows, because their level of information is not high enough. Cats are still always taking us back to the 60s. You know, and then another thing on Facebook especially, they always showing the negative side of how we get hanged, raped, beaten. They show us fighting each other.
Yep.
That's a lot to do with our fault. You can't blame white people for that. When we're taking the technology,
yeah,
now that's not everybody. You know, so everybody's not gonna wake up. No matter how much of a positive show you put out there, no matter how good of an example you are in the community, which is good, do those things. But everybody, I'm realizing, because of the war in genetics, because of the different breeding and the different mixtures of being we have in us, we are not gonna get along. And the object is to find the one chord or unity thing that could bring us together. And for us Nuwaupians, it's the language, bringing Matt back into play. It's the calendar. It's our culture. That's what brings us together. And in the conscious community, if you notice, whenever we want to define things as we get to the higher sciences, cats always go to the words in Greek. That's the highest they can take us, it seems to me. Even the word pseudo is Greek. You know what I mean? That's the only way they can take us, whether it's Pharaoh or whoever. Whereas wu-nuwaupu takes you before in time with that. And black people have to learn, African people, have to learn to trust their soul again. But before you get to that level, you have to break the spell of religion. In particular, God. And a lot, well, I hate when people say, God is blessing me. I'm like, what do you mean by God is blessing you? You know, well, I got this new car or some materialistic item or a job or whatever the case may be. People say, well, why don't God bless us all at the same time?
Exactly.
You know, so the spell of, and a lot of people, what I see on Facebook is, okay, people mentally try to bully you into a comment. Like they'll put the saddest, most fucked up thing that happened to us. Don't scroll by without typing amen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that shit just pisses me off. That likes to match up under my behind right there. And then when I comment on it, I would like go, well, why would God allow that to happen to them in the first place?
Exactly. And you know one good thing too? A lot of people that are on that God shit, they usually be like, well, it was, if somebody dies, they usually say, well, it was his time to go.
Right.
You know, well, if it was his time to go, and if when anybody dies, like if it's their time to go, so then therefore we shouldn't have jail systems. If a nigga shoot another nigga on the block, I guess God said it was his time to go.
Well, that's how they're using it in the penal system. But you follow?
Yeah, and the person that judges you is their God, and they make the judge their God. That's why when you go into court, you have to swear in the Bible, because the first thing you have to think about when you go into a court and swear in, hold up, separation of church and state.
Well, Ali Muhammad got nominated for law, yet can't explain the law of why these officers, quote, for lack of a better word, not all officers, those who have been accused or the evidence has been shown that they shot and killed an innocent black man, what type of law allows them to escape? Explain that, Ali Muhammad, and we'll go from there. Give me the rendering of the decision. You know, what was the law factor that said that acquitted, that made them innocent? When you see point blank, the blatant evidence. So we know that with that the case, that there's no justice here for us. So we have to unite. A lot of people are pushing for unity. The problem is people don't want to unite under one banner that's most effective. You can unite under the banner of wu-nuwaupu. Yes, you can, and still be a Muslim, Christian, 5%. I don't care what you are.
Yep.
Now that's unity. But see, now, sir, what I mean by the Hebrew Israelites, I'm gonna go with this: the best of the Hebrew Israelites. Tazariak ain't the only Hebrew Israelite, and it's not fair for me to just constantly bang on him and blame the whole Hebrew Israelite nation. That I've been awakened to. So we take the best of the Hebrew Israelites, the best of the Christians, the best of the Moors, the best of the 5%ers, the best of the Nuwaupians, the best of everybody. And we sit down at this round table. See, Nuwaupians, we are a nation. That's a fact. And most people go, once again, they need that white man's confirmation. You ain't sanctioned by the UN. Neither is the Vatican. But try them, no. All right?
What?
Yeah, the Vatican, yeah, they doing their thing. And they not in the UN. And it's a couple more. But anyway, we have to unite under nation. And then you can be I give you an example. Let's go here. All right. As a species, some people say Africans, and we're not Africans because that means Africa does that. Okay, yeah. I'm using it for simplicity. But the better word is the word is Nagaru, which means Negroid species. All right. But not everybody who's a Negroid is a Nuwaupian, which is a tribe. Okay? So we have Nagarus, who are from different countries. Then you have the Nagarus, the Negroes who claim to be African American. Then you have the Nagaru, who are the Nuwaupians. Y'all understand where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
Okay. So in other words, now we have Nagaru who are Hebrew Israelites, Nagaru who are Muslims, Nagaru who are Christians, and everybody, but yet you could still all unite under that. We're Negroids first. Then it's what you have accepted. So, because most people have ego and don't want to let go of that way of life that they got so comfortable living. So I have to accept them as just for the unity's sake. Then we can iron out behind, this is what Prince York is saying, behind our own closed doors, what we need to iron out insofar as Hazab culture. You see what I'm saying? And all these religions have their culture tied into who? Abraham. They arguing over the same thing and the same gods and don't even know.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
For instance, I always thought as a kid, right? Why don't God just destroy the devil?
Exactly.
Now, after all these years of school, yeah, I always wondered, what does God look like? I would sit and wonder, what does God look like? How did all this begin? But getting back to the question, what does God look like? You know, you as a Christian, Muslim or whoever, these religions don't teach you to have the image and that likeness. They always teach you to have blind faith, and that's a very serious problem among African people and the block to unity.
Mm-hmm.
You follow that? But now when the image of God, that now most of us are waking up and realizing that this our parents.
Yeah.
Right? That breaks the spell right away. That's God, mommy and daddy. Because that's all you as a child knew. You wasn't introduced to religion.
Yeah.
As a baby, because you couldn't even talk.
You had to get taught the word God and taught the word Allah.
So language, right, enforces the spell. Yep. That's it right there. That's right. Because, yeah. So we have to learn another language, right? I'm sick and tired of these black speakers talking about, we lost our language, we lost our culture, and the continuation of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's teachings is here. That's what the nation need to understand. Once they grasp that, it's on. Everybody's not going to grasp. That's what I have to take into consideration. But at least I see with the Black Power Awards, let's bring this to the bigger point, that, okay, there is some type of unity here, and you have to pick the best fruit of that, man. Mm-hmm. And hopefully it'll improve every year. I don't know how much politics and white balling is involved in it, but I know it's some involved in it.
Yeah, I'm trying to make it there. Yeah, I want to go there. Yeah, I'm going to give this video called Sonetta Should Win at the Black Power Awards. So we all mostly had a that I guess we all call for Sonetta, you know what I mean? So, yeah, we dedicate this one mostly to the Black Power Awards as a blog, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so hopefully they edit this and can do probably a couple of more on these award shows.
Let's kick it.
Yeah, we need to get them.
You can show a clip?
I already got some clips shown right now. You want to see another clip or something with Black Power Awards?
No, because I was gonna ask another question.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I want to go to the metal netter. Now, this is the hardest part I have understanding. Okay, why the big argument over the metal netter? I don't know what it is. I mean, is it one book, or is it the entire volume of writing of the entire library of ancient Egypt? Meaning this. If this metal netter, you with me, Kanasu? Oh, Kanasu gone.
No, he's still here.
Oh, okay. I couldn't hear him.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, what's the big, in other words, our language of wu-nuwaupu, is it possible, because these, Pharaoh is saying that, a lot of people are starting to say, I guess in agreement with him, that the metal netter was not properly translated. It hasn't been fully translated because no one knows the language. Now, is it possible that our language of wu-nuwaupu can translate the metal netter?
It's definitely possible. One thing that a lot of people overlook is that we do not have the full metal netter in its totality, because the fact is, once you study the priesthood and the scribes, that you understand that each scribe went to school. I'm not talking about their entire school career. I'm talking about just to be a scribe. I'm talking about after all their additional schooling, all their primary studies, they went to school for an additional 10 years just to master all the glyphs. Not everybody did that. So that wasn't the classical, that wasn't the primary usage. Not everybody used the glyphs because not everybody knew all those glyphs. It's simple. If you went to school for 10 years to be a scribe and learn thousands of glyphs, then not everybody knew that because that wasn't common. It wasn't, you know, easy for everybody to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact is, I've actually found a picture, and it's not fake. I wish I could find it again. I think I got a screenshot of it on my phone. I found trying to think what it's called, like a seal. You know how like when you had like the royals, when they would go like send a letter off and they have a seal with their family crest. I found one of ancient Egypt that's got wu-nuwaupu on it, and it's ancient. And you can
see that.
most definitely. I'll send it. I'll put it up in the chat.
Well, the reason why I asked that question was because I wanted to get together, right, with some members of the Amen-Ra Squad, or really anybody who knows the Metal Netter, not just limited to them. Like your man's who you were saying, what's his name again?
Mfudishi.
You say he knows the Metal Netter or studies it.
Yeah.
Okay, now check this out. Now, let's say out of all the books or different, I don't know, whatever's out there, we all agree on one book that we're going to, I'm talking about the one that's got the picture, glyphs, and the translation underneath. What I would like to do with the Amen-Ra Squad or anybody who knows the Metal Netter like that, right, to compare that to one of our scripts and see if we can try to find our words in this script. Now, one word I do see is netcher. We call it netir or nathar, but that's a word that's a synonym. So that word would be there, nathar. Now, they say netcher or netir means what?
Nature.
Well, they say, I've heard guardian. I've heard guardian. I've heard nature.
Guardian. Some people say God.
Yeah, that's what a lot of the Kemetic people say, but from what I heard, it's nature.
That's a mistake. That's a mistake. That's not what that translates. So by us coming in with our Nuwaupic language or whatever script, right, we could probably get a bit. I ain't gonna say it's gonna do it for each and everything. You know what I'm saying? But this is what our language. In other words, we can start to figure out better words and probably like combine shit and find out what it's saying. Because if there's, as obvious, we can find Nuwaupic words that are similar in the script. So let's find the similarities, right? And see if the Nuwaupic language can decipher it. Since you say nobody deciphered it, you feel where I'm going? That's another thing, a unity project we could work on instead of arguing and say, well, okay, we're saying this Nuwaupic letter, in other words, I would use the teacher's guide or a book, maybe the newer stuff, right? And say, okay, this word or this glyph, because we got a lot of books with a few glyphs in it, but mostly, like you say, it would depend on the book that everybody would want. We all have to have one book, no different scripts, just one book with translated from the Metal Netter, not the Egyptian book of the day, because they say you got the Papyrus of Ani, all these different, they say, because that's what I'm saying. Is the Metal Netter just one script, or are they talking about the entire library? So pick one book out the library, is what I'm saying, that we all can have easy access to. Make it a PDF file for those who need it emailed, and I can blow it up on my screen and say, okay, this is a Nuwaupic word. This is a Nuwaupic word. What other words that any of y'all know the Metal Netter?
I know a little bit.
Yeah,
okay, what other words? I know you've seen a few words.
Yeah, I got a book. I got a book by Raketi Amun.
See, he need a PDF file because I'm not spending no $100 on no book.
No, I ain't spending no $100. No, sir.
Some of these books they be bragging about. I heard Unc talking about. I paid $400 for this book.
Yeah.
Like,
Unc a damn
I'm not
fool.
paying $400.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I ain't spending $400 on a book.
This is my bro who got books. He got like up to like $1,000 books, man. He got like $500 books, man. He got a library. I'm trying to get him on, but it seemed like
well, it is a little
busy.
late, man. Yeah, I mean it's going on 2 in the morning.
Earlier.
Oh,
Yeah,
I was
early
gonna
hours.
say, it's a little late, pimp. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But well, this is a project to work on. I like to extend that invitation to people. You know what I'm saying? Try to figure out the similarities instead of arguing about the indifferences. Young Pharaoh don't include in this invitation. Sit his bad breath young ass down.
Yeah.
I know who you can talk to. I know who you can talk to. I probably could get in contact with Dr. Reggie.
Well, it ain't just him. It'll be him. Whoever knows the Metal Nectar and got a particular book.
That's what I'm saying. We can do one at a time.
All the scholars on the round
all at one
table.
time. We got to do one at a time.
But
Right.
you got to remember that Dr. Reggie, Brother Reggie, he doesn't even believe that wu-nuwaupu is a language.
I know he don't.
Then you could kick him to the side. He won't be at the round table.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm interested in. What I'm interested in is we know we got wu-nuwaupu. What I'm saying is I'm comparing my script to one of the Metal Nectar scripts where I'm trying to find words that are similar in it to see if it can help decipher it or whatever.
Yeah.
That's all I want to do. It's like a homework assignment. And then you say, well, okay, well, this, in other words, like I said, I have to see a script where, like I said, the only word that stuck out to me was nectar.
Mm-hmm.
That's in Metal Nectar, but in the Wapic it's natir. So there is a synonym there. It's a relationship between the Wapic and this Metal Nectar.
Yeah.
So Reggie don't know what he's talking about.
Yep.
So he'll have his country ass home.
Yeah. I think we can decipher it with wu-nuwaupu because of the simple fact that if Dr. York explained to us what Asaru, Hard, and Aset, and Zehuti, and all of these different, if he explained to us what their position was, what the name means, then it can be deciphered. Because if it couldn't be deciphered, he couldn't even tell us what their story was, what their attributes were. You understand what I'm saying?
Right, I got that.
All
part.
this stuff, we get lost within what we're doing. We already know that all the stuff been deciphered. We already know Doc already told us where Allah come from. That story Allah that Shaka did, I been knew that. But I'm glad that he brought it to everybody's attention.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's Doc been told us that Allah and Jesus and Hindu, all of them was crucified and sacrificed themselves. Remember that?
Yep. You know where Shaka got it from? Shaka got it. He got it from us.
Yeah.
Does that surprise?
Remember Shaka? Yeah, nah, I don't. Because remember, Shaka, he's a part of the new covenant.
Yeah,
you know, and a lot of these guys, they reading the actual facts on the low.
You think so?
Yeah, even Unc the God Killer admitted when he was talking to some of the Nuwaupians. I got it on my page too. He was talking to some of the Nuwaupians, and he said, "Oh yeah, I got some of the actual facts books."
I seen that video. Yeah. He was talking to Tumhutet Imre, one of them, him and a few other brothers.
Yeah,
I think he do get him because you can get him in Atlanta at Luxor Couture, so he's close enough to get it.
Yep. So yeah, Brother Sabak is right.
What's that?
No, you know, like what he was saying about Shaka, like the stuff that he brought forth was stuff that was true, but stuff that we already knew. Like I said, he got that from us, but yet, you know,
Mm-hmm. They just put their twist on it.
Exactly. It's like hip hop, copying somebody else's style and don't give credit.
Oh, that's what you call, that was called bite and don't bite. See, that was the beat, one of the major beats back then in hip hop. Don't bite my style.
Yep.
Either that, don't bite my style, or don't bite my lyrics. Yeah,
Yep.
don't bite my lyrics. My style, I guess that meant my lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Because I know, man, back then, like, let's say you said a rhyme, right, on WBLS or a popular radio station, right? And I come behind and try to do a mixtape and took your line and your words. Oh, that was instant beef.
Yeah.
Niggas was fighting over that.
Yep.
But, you know, yeah, I remember that. Now it's, you know, and you know, it was a little bit of I'll take your girl.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Early hip hop. That's what I look at. What's the difference between what early hip hop rapped about and this new hip hop rapping? Now they talking about, you know, lean and coke and all that. You know, I very already heard alcohol. I heard it was Don't Test Me. You know what I mean?
Yep.
If you test me, don't test me. A little bit about your, you know what I'm saying? And now they just talking about all kinds of, you know, I saw these little boys rapping about doing each other.
Yeah, some young guys, some young boys, right?
Kids, man.
Oh no.
Yeah, I see. See what it is, that old hip hop is that 9. This new hip hop has been flipped to a 6.
So why don't cats just end the cycle of hip hop and start something new?
I agree. And the thing is, hip hop has become a religion now that don't nobody wanna start something new. You know?
Or are they 9 ether capable to start something new? Who's the 9 ether being in the sun cycle that can start something new and say, okay, you know what, y'all can have that hip hop.
Yep.
Right? This is what it is. And they won't be able to take that. Yeah.
And see, the thing is, they don't want to give it up because of the simple fact that hip hop got to a point that it's on a level of, okay, yeah, I could become a basketball player, football player, or a hip hop star. You see, so they don't want to give that up and start something new because they're already from the ground up and they too scared to do that. They want to stick in something that's already solidified. So this way they could just go in there and get that money, you know? But yeah, they basically flipped the 9 to the 6. They ain't flipped my 9 to a 6, but the basic hip hop now, it's been flipped to a 6. We just got to kick that 6 in the butt and flip it back up to a 9.
No. Either A, flip it back up to a 9, or why not just get rid of it at all? Why fight it?
Yeah.
Just get rid of it.
Well, I tried to do that. Well, I mean, I'm just only one person though, but I've tried to do that years ago, and like I said, a lot of people are so stuck on hip hop because they're like, okay, well, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna make something new? And I'm like, just make beats, just let your soul, you know, vibrate.
A lot of whack beats out here, kid.
Yeah. And they, you know, like they got to be able to just start making stuff and roll with it. Like in the beginning, it might not be good, but the more you keep doing it, the better you get at it. And the next thing you know, you're like, I actually started.
Well, that's the problem. It's too much computer. The first thing they do when they say you want to make beats, everybody's making beats off of
Fruity
synthetic sound.
Yep.
Keyboards. That's a part of the spell.
Yeah.
Because synthetic sound, right? Like for instance, y'all saw that movie Drumline?
Yeah.
Okay, Drumline. What Nick Cannon, what he couldn't do was read the music, but he could play. And when he combined both, then he became better. You know what I'm saying? Because now he could read what he was actually playing. So that means that you could write out like Prince in Purple Rain. He could read music. And we slowly but surely losing that because, you know, how many bands do we have today now? I only know the Roots.
Yeah.
There's probably more. I'm sure there's more. Erykah Badu's band is nice.
Yep.
But the art of the band in hip hop is lost too.
Yeah.
And then now without this natural music, you know what I mean, or that sound, every you know what I'm saying. What's the next step they do? You get a computer program. You know what I'm saying,
Yep.
and then you know
Logic, Pro Tools.
Look how much money we spending.
Yeah.
These programs.
Yeah.
Now you get you spent money on a laptop, you spent money on a program, microphones, and if you're gonna record yourself and put yourself on CD, artwork, right? Okay, now all this is a CD package, I guess. I don't know how that works, but my point is that to put out this sound, right? And now they look at the millions of mixtapes on these websites that sell mixtapes.
Yep.
So we back to the frequency where they outnumber the negative frequencies, outnumber the positive frequencies.
And none of these niggas, and I mean niggas like ignorant. None of these niggas know how to read music notes. Right. Making beats.
Yeah. And like I said, like when I listened to your what you sent me, right? That's what I was saying. The tone of it, the pitch was too high.
Yeah.
And what happens with me, that's why I don't watch horror movies. All right, because horror movies at that, all of them.
Yeah. Yep.
And I'm like, that sound right there, whatever instrument that they playing to make that sound, or whatever drum machine or beat machine to make that sound, I don't like it.
I agree with you, because that's how I ended up making it, was because when I did it, I said, you know what? I'm going to see exactly what they like down here. And I used to have a few cats around me, and I would play different things. They'd be like, yeah, add that. I like that. I'm like, for real? They'd be like, yeah, add that. So a lot of those beats, like, they're made off of the mentality of the area that I'm in right now. And it shows you exactly what type of mentality they're in. They're on that Amorite pitch. You know, they're not on that Nagaru.
That high screaming.
Yeah, that's the type of stuff they like. I don't even like it, but that's the stuff that they like. Cause, you know, I'm more of like a boom bap, old school reggae. You know what I mean?
I'm glad somebody said horror movies, because I know one thing. And almost all the horror movies got the same kind of thing. It doesn't not really necessarily involving music, but like if you notice, a lot of the ones that involve like ghost, they always describe it as either a black or dark figure. And one thing that kind of like hit me, and I think it resonated really well, was that they're not being haunted by white folks in these movies, but they're being haunted by our ancestors.
Yeah.
Oh, go back. Rewind. Say that again.
Think about it. Like when you watch these horror movies, you see like a ghost, ghoul, or goblin. They describe them as either black or a dark figure, right? They're being haunted by
that fancy. But go ahead.
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna give you an example. Like I'm trying to think of a movie. It's not too hard. It shouldn't be too hard. But a lot of these movies out here, like if you've seen any horror movie for that matter, that had something to do with a ghost, ghoul, or goblin. Now, a lot of times, of course, they're going to show the actual ghost being white, but the nature they describe it as being dark.
Yeah, they'll have like a demon that's dark, but then they'll be like, I mean, a demon is white, but then they'll be like, oh yeah, he's the Lord of the darkness. We have to get
right. So
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, that I thought about it. I was like, hold up. Now, why would our ancestors, what would that have anything to do with white folks? Well, the fact is that slavery happened, and the fact that a lot of these houses and stuff, even today, are built on Indian burial ground. So they be conjuring up stuff, and they have no idea what they were dealing with, and the fact that they get haunted as an effect.
Yeah. All right, I got something for y'all.
Go ahead.
I got something for y'all to see. If you don't want to be interrupted, I got something just to. If see, this is one thing about being open-eyed and being able to see everything. Now check this out. You have to listen to this now. It ain't that long. It's like about 3 minutes. Just listen for like 2 or 3 minutes. All right. All right. Check this out.
If you're in my land and you're not in your hood,
this young Marcus,
if you run out of ammo, there has to be some means or some lines of communication, some lines of supply for weaponry. So if I can cut off the lines of supply for the weaponry and the lines of communication, then you're isolated. That means my homeland, and the minute you run out of weapons, the minute you run out of artillery, I
had to say this, my little young brother. How much do you know about the Torah? The origin of it, its real origin, because it didn't originate like the so-called divine essence that they say. How much? Because you want to get at this, the so-called Jew, this imposter, this cracker, this peckerwood on every level. One thing you do want to get at, and I'm sure as intelligent as you are, you already have pondered. You want to get at the foundational dynamic of what he calls his doctrine, where he gets his spiritual, I'm going to call it audacity, to believe that he's in a position where he needs to be. I'm in authority of power, so it is up to me to come to the black community and help you out, because this is righteous. And that's what he's saying. That's what he said when he came up here, right? I want to know how much you know about the Torah, Hebrew, and the origin of what they call a divinely inspired book in order to get at him on that level.
It's interesting you say that. I'm trying to study as many forms of spirituality as I can. So right now I'm hanging out with some nuwaupu brothers, and I'm not studying everything that they study thoroughly. But don't worry, I'm not going to buck against you, King. I'm not studying everything that they study thoroughly. But I'm definitely going into different facets of the information. So what I learned about Dr. Malachi York was that he went from Islam to Christianity to a bunch of different religions. Now, that being said, due to the fact that he understood their religion so thoroughly, he was able to start from their perspective and slowly but surely guide them out. So some people might consider me a coon for this, but I go to Bible study with my aunt. I'm trying to learn that Bible thoroughly so I can guide people from Christianity out of Christianity by way of their perspective. So I don't know the Torah thoroughly, but what I'm telling you is eventually when I do get to the
that's
right knowledge.
Yeah.
At least he honest.
That's right
So
now.
I just show you that they go through us to find out the truth first.
Yep.
So I'll put you on. So Armor Ross put him on the dock. Because you know Simon teaching them too.
Yeah.
You know Simon, right? So he teaching them
Simon,
all.
right?
Yeah. What is Garfield? No, Garfield is teaching him.
Garfield used to be a Nuwaupian too.
Yeah, Garfield is teaching him. So he putting them on all the dot books first to get him to catch him up real fast.
He doing. They just get him the God series.
Yeah, like a big boost, man. Once you get on doc stuff, you get a super boost. You feel like you just in the sky already. You know, once you get on that shit real fast, like God damn, I just read a couple of little shit and I know so much. That's how fast knowledge is.
Hey, can I ask
like,
you,
yo,
do you have an L's Holy Torah?
No, I do not.
You
I got it.
Asaru, you got a hardback copy?
Nah, I got the PDF file.
Yeah, can you make
all
sure?
my hardbacks is in New York.
All right, can you make sure me and Kanasu get one? Because what we need to do now is when we start to go into the Torah verses, we need to read them the right translation from L's Holy Torah so people can see. So like the young brothers like yourself, when we broadcasting on Doctrine Nights, we will be able to go to verse and read L's Holy Torah's translation so they can get an understanding.
Definitely.
Got you.
And clear it. So if you wouldn't mind, not to put you on blast.
I'll do it. I'll send it to all three of y'all. Sebek also.
All right,
Cool.
Peace. Matter of fact, did y'all get that picture in the chat?
Yeah, I see it. The stones with the scripts on it. Yep.
So that's what I would like to work on with the with anybody who says that they know the Medu Neter, right? It's gonna be this gonna draw some feedback. And what I wanted the challenge is, can the Nuwaupian language either help and translate or translate the Medu Neter? You have to know that what I'm trying to build is a bridge and a connection to show that there's a connection between the Medu Neter and Nuwaupic, and that if we combine both, you might find out what it is. Or do they belong together at all? They might not. but it will open new doors to positive communication and learning the similarities in language, where the people could get something more out of it, rather than listening to people talking about what is or what. Like Pharaoh's argument is on my last nerves. It makes no sense.
Yeah. Did you get? Do you have that Metuneta translated by Dr. Malachi York?
I don't know what he got, but
no, I got it. I'm gonna send it to you.
Oh, Tua, appreciate that.
I'm gonna send it to all of y'all.
Oh, bet. That's what's up.
And so now what I'm saying to Pharaoh is, okay, it's not the fact that he's trying to, he almost on it. He ain't that far gone. But what I'm saying is that just because you said nobody translated it, that means that, okay, let's go back to what somebody was saying earlier about how the priesthood, right, okay, that was you, Knessa, where you went to school for at least, 40 years?
40 years total, and then 10 years for a scribe.
Right. Now, that was during the last sun cycle. That wasn't during the last moon cycle, right? Because that was within the 6,000 year period, and we read from Science of the Pyramid, as well as Ancient Egypt and the Pharaohs, and other books and updates where the priesthood had to go underground because the moon cycle was in now.
And that would be, and a lot of that would be in Aksum, correct?
I don't have a mental visualization of ancient Napata or Egypt in my mind yet. So, I ain't gonna say yes. I don't know. But let's rewind though, right?
So
that would mean that the ancient scripts would have come from the last sun cycle, which would be over 12,000 years ago. Now, we have to match this up with Actual Facts 20. What is the name of it? Actual Facts 20, I just know that one. But Actual Facts 20 is where you match up the constellations and the time with the 12 tribes of Israel. Because we're in a 2,000 year, we're in the age of the era of Ptah. That means that the planet Earth right now is in a new constellation revolving for at least a period of 2,000 years. All this, like I said, Actual Facts 20, something about the records. I can't find it right now. But anyway, all this links in with language. So, instead of arguing about how it wasn't translated, let's try to figure out how it was, because Nuwaupu is an existing language, whether they want to admit it or not, because it is written and spoken. If you want to say it was a dead language or it's a made-up language, it's resurrected, it's alive today, and the glyphs in our language are similar to yours.
Yeah.
So let's try to sit around and let's say, well, okay, those who know the metanet, we're going to pick one book. We're going to go from there. We're going to hope people have it on PD. Man, you'll get such a great audience participation. Because like I said, we have to find the words that are similar in Nuwaupu and the Meduneter. And you start from there. Like I said, the one word I found was
Nasat.
Huh?
Nisut and Nasat.
There it is. Now, Nisut goes back to the hieroglyphic script, the book Ancient Egypt. Nuwaupu at a glance. The purple book and the red book. So Nisut and Nisutet, right, is found in that script. So the hieroglyphic script, some of those words, right, link to the Sumerian way of things, which is why we are added a teacher's guide. That's the Riskian script. The Riskian script were words like you have Anu,
Tua,
right? That's Sumerian. So that will probably, you know what I mean? So Nisut and Nisutet will probably be on that, because now we have of the word Nathar, Nathartet, or it's Nisut still might be there. I'm not sure.
Now, wouldn't Anu be Tamarian, because the city of Heliopolis was called Anu?
Yeah.
No, that's Anu. A-N-U is Sumerian.
Right, yeah, ANU is Sumerian, right.
ANNU, which is where the Greeks translated, right? And then there's another name for it, which escapes me.
Heliopolis.
Some names were mystery names, and you didn't get to know those names unless you were initiated in a certain order.
Right.
So no, I do not know all of that. So, but I do know that there were orders that protected the secrets, and what a lot of the quote the so-called conscious community don't have access to is the mysteries, because a lot of them are not of the current order, the ancient Egyptian order, or have studied AMOM. See, the mystic order, right? That's where the real knowledge is. What right now, what Sa-Neter and them and all these other Black African channels, for lack of a better word, Nagaru, Negroid, they are on the lesser mysteries. They are back and forth about Adamite religions of Christianity, Judaism, Islam, Rasta, all that's tied into Adamites. Let's go into Rastas for a minute. It's a lot of people that represent, quote, this six-pointed star, but the origin is the same. Genesis 15:1, Magan Ibrahim or Abra or Ubru right? So we'll have to take a note on this one, Kanasu and Asaru. We have, I don't know if you got that, but we have to have the Pab Anunnaki. The actual Pab Anunnaki goes into the genealogy and the breakdown of the Adamites, which is what Tazariak and them would be able to go into if they knew Hebrew like they say they did. Because they teach that you are who your father is, correct? This is the Hebrew Israelites. That's what they teach. You are who your father is. So their father is Abraham. I'm going to just trace you all the way back from your father, since you want to say you ain't African, whatever. All the way back, I'm going to give you Abraham. So Abraham's father was Terah, right, of Chaldea.
Right.
And they did not speak Hebrew.
Correct.
And Hebrew or Ibri is a Phoenician word, quote, not a Hebrew language word. There's no such thing as a Hebrew language.
Right.
So all of that links you back to the Adamites. So they're playing in the lesser mysteries. And like Duamotep broke down, the box, Pandora's box is open. So the mission now is, guess what? We got to close Pandora's box again. To eliminate the confusion, to unblock from the unity that's stopping us from unite. Pandora's box is wide open. Well, as you start to slay and show and prove, so we have to come from our scriptures now. Now, I'm not saying, don't diss the way Pop do it. That's not what I'm screaming. I'm saying, in addition to showing them, and they say, okay, well, look, now that I showed you Genesis 6:1 in the King James Version, we also going to show you, or the Strong's Concordance. Once we get you those two, now we also going to give you the wu-nuwaupu translation of El's Holy Torah. So now you got three, and you make up your mind. But give people that extra option, because people constantly still want to debate you in the English, and that's where
the confusion comes in.
And we have the hardest time explaining to people until you show them in the language. So yeah, and that's gonna get to the solutions of our people. But like I said, everybody, we only ones who are gonna unite the intelligent amongst our race or races, because we all not the same. So yeah, even though we all black, we still have 9 different species of Nagaru. Negroids. That's why we all fighting and we don't get along. You know what I mean? You can have somebody in your family that a cousin that you just can't stand. And this is your blood cousin now. And you can't stand this nigga or her. Why? Or, everybody in our families aren't honest. You got family members that'll steal from you, lie from you, lie to you. You know what I'm saying? This is blood family, so that only goes to show that it's different genetics, that is different species of us in us. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, we gonna get down to the nitty gritty, man.
Oh, what about the Nuwapic hieroglyphics?
Talking about the hieroglyphic script.
Yeah.
That's the purple book. Nuwapic at a glance. And that's the book I found Nisut and Nisatet in. So I'm relating that to what Kanasu brought forth with the Medu Neter, meaning that you said what's in there? Nisut is in there too, right?
Nisut is in Meduneta, yeah. And
now
I thought now we say Nasat.
Nasat. So we know from our definition and their definition, not trying to say one is better than the other one. We're combining the two to get to the true meaning because both words are in. You can say one came, I don't care what you say. But all of the Medu Neter words we are not going to find in Nuwapic in that script anyway. And all of the Nuwapic words we're not going to find in there. It's still a lot of missing pieces of the puzzle, but at least we starting to shape out what the puzzle kind of looks like and what we need, you know what I'm saying, what we need to fill in. So let's work together on a project to see what's up with it.
Yeah, I like to do that because I've been studying, like, you know, because you'll hear them say, of course, the Ge'ez script and Sabaean goes back 800 BC, and then they say the Medu Neter goes back 3100 BC, which I think is sometime after the 4th dynasty. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's sometime after the 4th dynasty. But
it's all good.
But you know, they talk. Go ahead.
Now, I was saying the time period don't matter.
Right, and I was where I was going with that is, you know, they talk about, you know, the Great Pyramids was built by Khufu and not Khufu, I'm sorry, Khafre, Sneferu, you know, all of them. But it's like, you know, if you watch the movie Stargate, which actually, with the one thing they mentioned in the movie that was actually true, there is no writing in the Great Pyramids. So how do they know that those are those people's pyramids?
Right.
Their names aren't in it. So you can't trace it to a particular dynasty because a king was born in a particular dynasty if their name ain't in the pyramid.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
So these are once again more mysteries. I don't have the answer to those, but we know you do.
Right.
So,
that's just one thing. But, you know, I've had people that was, of course, from Ethiopia, from Addis Ababa, and say that no, that Ge'ez dates back, according to their calendar, 5,800 BC. Which,
now,
if you're
they have their own what?
Their own language and calendar.
Hello, and they're saying from our perspective, this is this. Like it, love it, love it, like it or love it, hate it or love it, whatever they say. Okay, that's my point. That's my point. Regardless of who you are in the world and what you say, everybody's not gonna respect and agree with you. And you could be fact on. Yeah. So it's the different genetics out here. But in this case, what's exempt is the date. I'm not interested in the date who was first. I'm interested in the fact that you say you know it now in this sun cycle. That's all I'm interested in is your personal translation or wherever you got it from. I don't care. If you say it's like you said, Nisut, and we got Nisut, okay, we're going to put that together. What else we got? We got Nisut. We got Netchir. It's more. It's a few more. It's a lot more.
Hotep.
Right. Now, they say Hotep means peace, right?
They keep changing it because if you know about what's it called? It's like if Kanu, I forget what it's a group of brothers that are like breaking down the language by going to Akan and different places in the Congo and West Africa to try to translate the language. But before, of course, everybody would say Hotep. But now they've changed the pronunciation from Hotep to Hetep, Hetep, which, of course, if you know about the Medu Neter, the vowels are interchangeable. So if you can say an E, you can easily say an A.
And Nuwapic, too.
Exactly.
Hetep, Hutup, Hetep. Now, that would depend on where you live. That's like the same thing here in English. You say the word hello or how you doing or whatever. It's hello in North, Midwest, and all that. But depending on the accent and the slur, you got hello.
Right.
Yep.
Heller. Yeah, exactly.
Hello.
Yeah, spatial
You know what I
dialect.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Right.
so
So
funny
that's
that
a,
they changed it, and not only
yep.
that, but they say Africa. How they say Africa is Afro-Aka, and African people is Afro-Akaat. Like, I've heard that
Now you
before.
have to go to the meaning.
Yeah, it's like, I've heard that before because when Nuwapians say Africa, we say Afar-Kau, or African people. That's African people. And then you say
Now,
Africa,
slow down.
Afar-Ka. I'm sorry. Go
Slow
ahead.
down. What's the meaning of their version of Afru-Ka'a, you say?
Afar-Ka. I'm not
What
sure
do they
what their
say? Now,
definition.
here's where we go to homework. This where what do they say it means?
I'm not sure. I gotta look that one up.
I heard
All
that
right.
they said I heard that one of them said it means black before. That's what I
They
heard.
say it
Yeah,
means black.
I think that's right. Let me see.
Okay, well that's cool. But we say Afafreka means those are of the spirit of Re,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that would be an incorrect translation to us because the word for black is kamem or
Mm-hmm.
kamam.
Right. Just like another thing, how they say Kemet. They say Kemet means black land. I've broken that down using their own language to prove it's wrong. Kemet does not mean black land. It can't because land in Meduneter is Ta.
Yeah.
See
So
that
it
when
would
you
be
mean by
Kemet
land,
Ta.
that's talking about Earth, not the whole planet, but an area or a section of land.
Right.
And see, because Earth is Eretz in Hebrew, Eretz. In Arabic is Ard. Ard.
And
Right?
Arith in the Mesopotamian and the Sumerian, right?
Arith or
Arith.
Eretz, Erith, right? My pronunciation was also. We have Erith and Ard are similar. And then in the Metanetter, you said Earth is Ta. And we have, now I don't know whether that's Ta insofar as what they mean to Earth, because we call the planet Earth Ta, or Ta Nun for the water, or we have Ta for land as well. Or we know we have Saka for land. Saka is land. Earth for us is Ta.
Right.
So when they say Ta, do they mean the planet? And the
They
reason why I
mean
say
when
that
they
because
say
that changes
land.
the translation, or you mean talking about an area of land or Saka? Because if you say Ta, you're talking about the earth. That means that changes translation.
Right. They say Ta means land because when they say Ta Seti, land of the bow.
Well, they could mean like, okay, that could mean, okay, land of Seti.
Yeah.
If you say Ta Seti, that would be the land. So now we're talking about a specific area.
Yeah.
He didn't say Ta Nun, the planet as in earth.
No, I'm talking about their translation, not our translation.
I'm comparing it to ours.
Yeah. We say earth, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the difference. So now now you see you see how we just learned something right there? See, so that's why we have to build instead of argue. And we'll get clarification. And then we'll say, well, okay, there's certain words that we can apply Nuwapic to, and certain words we can't. Until either Partner Babia New steps in, or as we learn more glyphs from him, et cetera, and it'll clear up. But I don't want to come in like with no arrogancy, because I don't know this meta. I don't know all these glyphs and all of that. So I know that I don't know. But the Nuwapic I know, I'm trying to find the similarities in it, and that's a big step to unity, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. See, I'm just like this. I'm just saying, like, if Nuwapians, us, if we want to use a pictorial script, a set of hieroglyphics, or even what they need to do today, get the tonation, get the words and the meanings down, and pick a set of particular glyphs to use as the most common script, because there are so many glyphs that they don't know the meanings of. Some of them don't have any meanings. They're not words. They're more of like ideas, principles. Some have no sound. Some tell you how to say it, whether you say if you're saying if you're going or coming, just by the direction. So they need to have something simplified, a simplified version, just so they can understand, be able to understand and use the language itself.
Right.
And that's for both. That's for both us and them. You know, if they, that way, for one, I look at all these conscious communities, the ones that have some form of culture to them, as tribes. You know, I look at it to that level. Like, you know, we focus. You know, we say that our origin comes out of Napata, so that puts us as being Nubians. So people who might study, you know, I guess I can't remember the name of the organization, but they focus mostly on Egypt or Kemet, which we know, according to what we are taught, that Kemet is not the original name of the land. That was later dynasty.
Yeah.
But so that was a particular time frame of that land. So we're all different tribes. So yes, naturally, we are a tribal people, which is why we have gangs. We're naturally tribal people. So we need to start acting like it. So when we say, "Oh, I'm conscious," what's your denomination of conscious? You know, what is your, not saying denomination as far as being broken into groups, but we need to unify as tribes versus category and subcategory of a subcategory. Like, otherwise we'd be lost and keep doing this forever.
So that's why I see now, well, getting together on this MetaNet is going to be interesting. It should be fun.
Yeah, it's going to definitely be fun. I'm like I said, because the thing is, and here's the problem. Like I said, I have a book back there translated by Harketi Amun, who was actually the teacher or the person that helped out Mfudishi learn the MetaNet. Almost every time I look at that script and then Google a script, I get different texts. I get different translations over and over. No matter how many times I Google it, I'll get different translations.
Now, the majority of the translations are from European so-called scholars, correct?
Correct.
Yep.
Now, we haven't really tried the approach. Now, I'm not saying Nuwaupu is going to translate. That's not the purpose of the get-together. The get-together is, I want to see how the similarities in the language. Now, let's talk about our Nuwaupu language for a second. See, what's making this difficult, not necessarily to learn now, I'm in the middle from learning to working on mastering, and it's two phases to it. One is speaking, and the other is reading and writing.
Yes.
Now, speaking, right, that's what the sisters do. The sisters are going to teach us to speak because they speak first and they're better orators, all of that. The writing part is what we're really focused on this meta-netter thing, not the speaking. But because Nuwaupu, we can speak that's fine, but we can't really speak this meta-netter thing yet.
No.
All right, so I ain't worried about that. I'm just looking for the similarities and breaking down and to try to decipher it and understand what it's saying, period. You know, but anyway, one of the things that make Nuwaupu difficult to learn, or one of the problems that a lot of baby students have, is that whenever we learn new words, or you want to say something in Nuwaupu, you have to search for the English equivalent.
Mm-hmm.
Except when you get to the point where you no longer have to think about a response. Example. We only know one word, Rahobat.
Rahobat, right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you respond Rahobat, you don't have to think, hi, Rahobat. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When you first heard it, it was a delay. Rahobat, that means hi. But Rahobat came so easy that now when it's heard, you go Rahobat, Rahobat, family, Rahobat, Rahobat, Rahobat. You don't have to think of the English translation before you respond with the word.
Right.
So that memory is ingrained. So now, with other words, we're really speaking from English to Nuwaupu. Because if you say you spoke to me in Nuwaupu right now and said some words to me, I would have to pause unless I knew them like that and heard them so many times where it was ingrained over and over and over. Then I would have to think of the English definition, what you said, right? More so than how you said it. I'm not even feeling your tones yet. That's why when some of us read the language, we don't sound like we just Rahobat, K for I for N took. You know, you reading it, but it has no emotional content with understanding our language inside and out yet. So really right now we're going from English to wu-nuwaupu. And we have to get to the point where we go from wu-nuwaupu to wu-nuwaupu. And that's the purpose of the language constantly changing, words being added, and new scripts being learned. So now you go from the previous script, I'm sorry, the Yamasi script, we had the Riskian script, you had the Yamasi script, the hieroglyphic script, and now we're using the Sabic script, for lack of a better words. All right, that's in Actual Facts 36, Existence, How, and Why. That's the current script we're using now. All right, so it's legit. Now, I'm not into being challenging with the dates and the numbers and the timeline and what dynasty did this and all that. They can have all that, man. Yeah, y'all right, whatever. Let's get to comparing these different glyphs of these scripts, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm putting that out. That's the challenge to every scholar or person who thinks that they know the meta netter. Let's get together and see, can the wu-nuwaupu language, what are the similarities between the wu-nuwaupu language and the meta netter? So that'll be, we have to do another show on that, or put together some people, man, because between that and you know, these Black Power Awards, man. All right, family. With that being said, Nafir Goodar, I enjoyed myself tonight.
Yeah,
I learned a lot. Yeah, we definitely chop this up, man.
Yeah, you just go over what we learned tonight, then we'll probably talk about tomorrow because you have to let it sink in with the damn particles that get thrown on your head. You seen how that was?
Oh yeah,
goddamn men weaves now.
Men weaves.
Yeah, I got another video that show you how they put on a bunch of hair on the bald head and they cut it down and have a fro, just like Steve Harvey.
Oh yeah, I seen that joint. I seen that. That's crazy.
Yeah, you glue this junk on your head and it's a big old bunch of hair and you can just take some. You can't pull it off. It's hard to pull off. So you just
you gotta shave it down.
Yeah, just cut it in the design. You got a flat top, anything.
Damn.
With a tight edge.
That's cool.
Yep. So that. Yeah, I got some more to show you. So it's a lot of stuff we on. So all these topics could be broken down, chopped up in different segments, and just labeled a different thing. You know, because we talk about a bunch of topics in this screen. Yeah. So we'll get on to another one soon.
Definitely, I enjoyed this for real.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, we do this all the time. We'll get on this tomorrow. So y'all just leave me a message or something inside of this comment so I can just click you back and leave you a message and let you know what we're doing tomorrow.
All right. Definitely. Yeah. You got my Facebook, right?
I don't have all that. You probably can just put all that probably inside of the comment on this video or on the or just on the other videos. I don't know if I'll probably take this video off and then redo it. So in the video with the Coon is black man and Dr. Brother. Yeah, y'all just leave some information in there in the comments so I can just know how to get to you real fast. Like if something pop up in my head tomorrow, I can just text you.
Definitely, because you can find me as long as you put in Asaru 9 Ether, I should pop up anywhere. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, yeah. But I'm gonna post it up in there.
All right, so I'm rolling out too.
All right. Be easy. See y'all later.
All right.
All right. Figure it out.
What